this time. Looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the 1 into the end zone.
Field play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40, to the 50, to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going.
Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting still on his feet. Fetting's gone.
Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick, he'll take it back and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey, he thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got
The middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle, 40, 30, he's loose, 20, 10, touchdown.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight on yourliveevent.com as we welcome you into for your Friday night festivities. It's a North Dakota Class 11B Region 2 high school football matchup. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros sitting at 1-1 on the year off a loss to top-ranked Kindred last week. Look to right the ship in their third straight home game to start the season. Meanwhile, the Carrington Cardinals come back after 2 straight losses to start the year. They're looking for their first win on the year. It's the Burros and the Cardinals coming up. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
Lee Brothers Sales Highway 9 in Ada invites you to order your new Buick and Chevrolet vehicles from the Silverado, Trailblazers, Traverse, and Enclave. Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet and Buick dealer, providing sales and a service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch, Smurf, or Jay. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales Highway 9 Ada, 218-784-2000. Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband, voice, TV. 1-800-457-2125.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops Lake Park.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
There is another way to minimize your farm's risk and protect its equity with margin protection coverage. This is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. Margin protection provides coverage against an unexpected decrease or increase in operating margin. In other words, we can put a policy in place to protect you from changing input costs and crop prices on your farm. Let us help you explore this option between now and September 30th to get you covered. For more information, go to irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
The Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros and the Carrington Cardinals ready to face off. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. Let's start it off going down to the field. Jim Berkmeyer standing by with head coach of Hillsboro-Central Valley, Scott Olson.
Well, Coach, Carrington comes here tonight. I was looking at they've turned it over 9 times in 2 weeks. You don't have any takeaways in 2 weeks. How much have you looked at that or talked to the guys about that stat line?
Yeah, that's a big stat line. We have to turn the ball over. We've done a pretty good job of not turning it over ourselves, but we need to force some turnovers. That was a point of emphasis this week during practice.
Borough football is win the takeaways, and also I was looking at sacks, not the typical sack numbers either right now.
No, and tackle for losses, it's a big number that we've had the last few years. Not necessarily sacks, but tackles for losses, and we got to get better. We've got to own our mistakes and get better at it.
Yeah, the talk this week, the practice this week, guys last week after the loss, they told me they had not had a good week of practice. Was it a good week this week?
It could have been better, but we finished with a good day on Thursday, and the heat didn't help. It's been hotter. Usually this late in the year it's not as hot, but like I said, we talked about all week about owning what we did last week, and you got to show me they're going to get better at it.
What else have you worked on offensively, defensively, specifically in preparation for Carrington tonight?
Build off our passing game we had last week. I thought we did a nice job of passing game. Kindred stuff was tough to run against, so we have to get more physical up front. And this week we're going to need that too, because these guys are physical that we're going to see.
Yeah, physical overall. Both sides of the ball has to improve, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And it's internal. They can do it, and it'll help getting Pete back tonight and Jake in a couple weeks. And if we don't match the other team's physicality, it's a tough game for the Burros.
Yeah, what does Dryberg bring to you at the defensive end position that you like what you've seen just in the week of practice?
I think he solidifies one side of the ball where teams might have to run it the other way the whole time. So first time him doing it, so we'll see how it goes tonight.
Biggest keys tonight, what are they?
Forced turnovers, we talked about it already, and to keep doing what we're doing in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting our penalties.
Coach Olson, thanks so much. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you at halftime. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach Scott Olson for the Burros, Hillsboro-Central Valley. You can probably tell kind of the mindset here. It's time to get going, to get after it, and to set the tone early. That'll be a point of emphasis as we approach game time here tonight. Hillsboro-Central Valley hosting Carrington for a Region 11B football matchup with YourLiveEvent.com. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show, IrieInsurance.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
For all your fresh floral needs, rely on 3R Floral on Main Street in Hillsboro. If you have an upcoming wedding or a special event, contact 3R Floral to help with your floral needs for the occasion. Call 3R Floral at 701-636-2000. You can also find other gift ideas for all occasions at 3R Floral, including wooden items from Barnwood Designs. Check out the 3R Floral Facebook page to see some of the great gifts available. If you can dream it, we can do it at 3R Floral in Hillsboro. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
This is your Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros and the Carrington Cardinals. North Dakota 11B Region 2 football tonight on a Friday night, just like it should be. As we bring it to you here from Hillsboro, we thank you for joining us on our broadcast. Please also thank and patronize the fine sponsors you see throughout our coverage here tonight. Without them, they make it possible for us to be here. So, as we said, please patronize and thank them for their sponsorship here of this broadcast. Here from Hillsboro is myself, Jake Berkmar, along with Jim Berkmar down the field, Mac Robinson up with the camera work tonight. Executive producer Mark Forseth, Brandon Mickelson, technical engineer as well. Ready to bring you this contest between the 1-1 Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros and the 0-2 Carrington Cardinals. As we get ready for our pregame coaches' comments, back down to the field, Jim Berkmeyer with the head coach of the Cardinals, Coach Kyle Smith.
Well, Coach Smith, a beautiful night for football. You make the travel along Highway 200 here to Hillsboro to take on Hillsboro-Central Valley. Your football team certainly wanting to play more clean as far as you've had 9 turnovers in 2 weeks. Has that been the major or among the talks of emphasis this week?
It sure has. You know, you have 9 turnovers in 2 games, and it's hard to win. You know, we've played some good teams, and I thought at times we've looked good, but we got to clean some things up as far as taking the ball and as far as executing. We know we haven't executed very well either, so I think once we get those 2 things taken care of, we're going to be a pretty tough football team.
Some of that, is that just youthfulness?
It is. You know, we have some upperclassmen starting, but a lot of them their first varsity experience. So I think we start three guys that started last year. So there's 8 new guys on each side of the ball, and there's some growing pains there. But you know, week 2 was better than week 1, and we hope week 3 is better than week 2.
The real encouraging part, though, is that you're doing so many good things that hopefully doesn't get overshadowed in the mindset of your players.
Yeah, you know, we try and emphasize that the things that we see are very correctable. You know, making better decisions and just executing the play that's called. And like I said, I think if we clean those things up, we're going to be a force to reckon with as the season goes on.
Offensively, how have you been moving the football?
You know, last week we moved it really well between the 15-yard lines, but unfortunately you got to get in the end zone to score. I think we outgained Rugby by 50 yards or so during the game, but we just couldn't finish drives because of mistakes, turnovers, things like that. And so I'm hoping we can play a clean game to see what we're capable of.
Offensively, what have you looked at that Hillsboro-Central Valley does defensively that you're going to take to your offensive unit tonight and accomplish what?
I think the big thing is matching their physicality. You know, Hillsboro has a reputation of being physical, and they're going to come at you. And we told the kids, you know, you got to match their physicality. If you do, we got a chance. And if you don't, it's going to be a long night.
Defensively, probably the similar thing where your guys are going to have to bring it, because I have a hunch that they're probably a little bit jacked up after what happened to them last week.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're hurting from that game last week, and you know, we know they like to run the ball. They're going to be physical, and if they can't run it, they're going to pass it, and they do both pretty well. So we need to be ready. Again, like I said, offensively, we need to match them physically. Defense as well.
Special teams. How have you played through 2 weeks?
You know, we've got a really good kicker. We just got to get him in range to kick a field goal and a few extra points. We've got a really good punter too. So special teams are in good shape as long as we execute.
Biggest keys tonight for success, what are they?
You know, I think it goes back to our first 2 games, executing our offense and taking care of the ball. And I think if we do those things, I think we're going to be in the game.
Coach Smith, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll catch up with you at halftime. Good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Coach Kyle Smith for the Carrington Cardinals. They're here tonight against Hillsboro-Central Valley. You can see the coin toss is back behind me off of my left shoulder. We'll try to witness that as we continue with the Irie Insurance pregame show tonight with yourliveevent.com, IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance pregame show continues.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime value such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style doesn't get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsboro community. With the City of Hillsboro Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsboro is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsboro. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsboro-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsboro. Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Irie Insurance pregame show, IrieINS.com. The website, you can contact your local agents with Irie Insurance. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros get ready to host the Carrington Cardinals tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Real quick, we just want to say, hey, if you're looking for some information on some teams, there's a couple ways you can do so. One, you can check out the new R&J Sports Fall Sports Guides that are out and about around the area. Pick up your free copy with the area teams, coaches' information there, and outlooks and schedules and everything else that's there, part of that fall sports preview. And we say preview, but already a couple weeks into the season here, but still some good information there for you for the upcoming weeks of the year. Also, you can check out the Coaches Show on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night at 7. We'll be visiting with coaches from around the region, around the area, and both Minnesota and North Dakota football, volleyball, cross-country, girls golf, a little bit of everything there with the Your Live Event Coaches Show here Wednesday at 7. And, of course, you can go to the broadcast archive, catch any past shows, catch any past games, anything that you want to see here with YourLiveEvent.com. Here tonight, it's the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros at 1-1, Carrington Cardinals at 0-2. Burros a season-opening win versus Park River, 28-0. Then they were shut out at home versus Kindred, 36-0. Their third straight home game that they've had to start the year, kind of a scheduling quirk for them. Meanwhile, Carrington, this will be their second road game. They started the season on the road up at Bottineau, lost 26-14, and then a tough loss last week at home versus Rugby when they had the go-ahead score in that fourth quarter, but then on the ensuing kickoff gave up the kick return touchdown to fall 12-7 in that game versus Rugby. So two teams coming in, two teams looking for a W. What will it take to get that? We'll find out when we come back. We'll talk our keys to the game, get your starting lineups, and get you set for your opening kickoff between the Burros and the Cardinals tonight on YourLiveEvent.com.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burrows want you to visit hillsboroK12.com or centralvalleynd.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day too. The school websites in Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, contact info. It's all on the school website for the Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Hillsboro, Central Valley, and Carrington, the matchup tonight on yourliveevent.com as we welcome you back into your Irie Insurance pregame show, IrieINS.com, the website. You can chat with your local agents with Irie Insurance. Well, let's look at the matchup here today with the Burrows and the Cardinals coming in. As we said, both teams looking for a win, and Jim Berkmeyer down the field. You chat with both head coaches. Let's look at our keys in this one. We'll start with the Cardinals at 0-2, coming off a pair of losses, looking to get some things rolling. They've had a couple lineup changes and seeing how things work out today in week number 3.
For the Cardinals, execute, value the football, don't turn it over as much as they have 9 times in 2 weeks. They're going to have to be physical. For Hillsboro-Central Valley, Burrow football has been known as takeaways, tough, stingy defense with tackles behind the line of scrimmage, and haven't seen a lot of that, and it's not been consistent to the level that they want. Watch for that tonight, as the emphasis all week has been to be more physical and to play with renewed or more energy.
Well, and we'll see how they bring that energy here tonight. Should mention, too, just field conditions. First
Beautiful.
week of the season, a little bit of rain before the game. Last week, rain during the game, but everything's looking picture perfect tonight.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Activities Director Dave Nelson out here mowing all week long. Of course, they paint the field. They have the Stars and Stripes Committee here from Hillsboro with the American flags waving in each end zone. You can see the breeze blowing those American flags in the end zones and also across the way here at the Hillsboro Sports Complex off to the east side of the field. And Carrington, they won the toss. They deferred. They will kick off from north to south or left to right on your camera view tonight with yourliveevent.com. Also on the field tonight, Big Jake, I want to mention that it's assistant coach Walsh, his birthday today, and also Reeve Leiser, a young linebacker, running back for Hillsboro-Central Valley. He had his knee surgery today. They did some scope and cleaned some things up. Hopefully he'll be back here later in the regular season if all the rehab goes well, and that'll bring another body back. And speaking of that, Peter Dryberg, he's back in uniform and on the field tonight, and I talked with him earlier. He's excited, and I said, good to see you on the field, and he said, you knew there was no doubt he's playing at a new position, first time that he'll play at defensive end here tonight.
Well, and you talk about getting that energy, that intensity. He certainly had it on the sideline last week, bouncing around, and
there's
he'll bring
no
it on
doubt.
the field.
There is no doubt, and you can just sense here on both sides, Carrington and Hillsboro-Central Valley. These two teams, they're focused. It's already week 3, and here we are, just on the second day of September, third week of the season. You need a victory to continue positioning yourselves towards that playoff run, and also you want to just play better because the first 2 weeks, you want to be better in week 3 than you were in weeks 1 and 2, and that's emphasis for both teams here again tonight as well.
Region 2 matchup between the Burrows and the Cardinals. Elsewhere on yourliveevent.com, we have Harvey Wells County and Thompson at a matchup of Region 2 football. Region 1, it's Oaks and Oak Grove, and Northern Cass and Central Cass, the battle for Cass County there in Region 1, North Dakota football. Also, Minnesota getting things going week 1 for them. Pillager is at Hawley, Lake Park Audubon at Adabor up at West. Games available for you with yourliveevent.com. You can go to the website. The broadcast archive is there for you to check out all the upcoming games, and also links to the broadcast archive where you can check out all the past games as well.
Keep your eyes, too, on special teams real quick here tonight. Big J, Carrington, Coach Kyle Smith talked about their kicker. They gave up that kickoff return last week, which cost them a football game. Hillsboro-Central Valley special teams, they have been close to busting one. We'll look and see who maybe wins that battle tonight.
We'll find out when we come back. This will wrap up your IRA Insurance pregame show. Our starting lineups and our opening kickoff coming up next.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland. First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online, firststatebanks.com.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro-Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. Go Boroughs!
Carrington Cardinals travel to Hillsboro, taking on the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. Let's take a moment here to now look at our starting lineups, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. For the Carrington Cardinals, let's start out with their defense. Coming out with the 5 linemen, 3 linebacker, 3 defensive back at defensive set. They will start at defensive end will be the senior, number 84, McCoy Beckley, and the sophomore, number 16, Ryder Bickett. The defensive tackles on the interior will be the 2 juniors, number 51, Carson and Ova, and number 65, Brock Jungles, along with the senior, number 70, Luke Christensen. Linebacking core will see senior number 52, Hudson Top, along with number 44, Jake Otto, the junior, also a junior, number 23, Logan Winiger. Defensive backs will see 2 corners, one the sophomore, number 2, Josh Bickett, and the senior, number 10, Grady Shipman. Your safety will be the senior, number 11, Hudson Schmitz, here today for Carrington. Defensively on the defensive line again with Beckley, Christensen, Ova, Jungles, and Bickett. Otto, Weniger, and Top at the linebackers, and Bickett, Shipman, and Schmitz, the defensive backs today for the Carrington Cardinals. Coming in 0-2 on the year. Here is offensively, they have averaged 200 yards per game with about 150 rushing, and 50 passing, but they've been hurt by turnovers. 9 turnovers in the 2 games, as we've mentioned. And then last week, also the kickoff return touchdown scored against them after the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter. So looking to improve on some of those, come out and see if they can get their first win of the year. As we flip sides of the field, flip sides of the score sheet too, to the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros with the American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineup. Looking at the offensive line from left to right, you'll see senior number 76, Easton Baszler at left tackle. Senior number 77, Oscar Leal at left guard. Be the senior number 67, Caleb Hattlestead at the center spot. Next to him, the sophomore number 55, Riley Richter, and senior number 58, Dylan Foss at the right tackle. Senior number 14, Peter Dryberg, returns after missing last week with an injury. He's back in the starting lineup at his tight end spot. Will be wide receivers, senior number 19, Micah Longthorn, number 11, Dylan Mitzel. Running backs will be the junior number 34, Landon Olson, and senior number 24, Cole Hebel. And running the show will be the senior quarterback, number 10, Riley Olson, for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Burros come in 1-1 on the year, defeated Park River in the season opener, lost to Kindred last week. They averaged 226 yards of offense per game, just 4.97 yards per play, 3.8 yards per rush here. As defensively, last week Kindred was a proponent of the big play, averaging over 10 yards per play in that game. As a whole in the season, Burros now defensively giving up 6.5 yards per play. Do not have a takeaway on defense yet this season. They'll look to reverse that here today. We'll see if they can. Cardinals will have something to say about it as well. This has been your Irie Insurance pregame show. Our opening kickoff comes up next on yourliveevent.com.
Vroom on over to the Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, and more. The guys have a combined 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Getting cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart. East of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Time to kick things off tonight. Hillsboro-Central Valley will be receiving, going from right to left.
Yeah, you too.
As you'll see them in their home blue uniforms, white helmets, white numerals as well. Carrington Cardinals in the road whites with the red helmets, red numerals, or maroon red there, we should say, for the Cardinals. Coming in, looking to kick things off from left to right. Should mention, too, our officials for tonight: Ben Potter, Tanner Wallstrom, Jim Breen, Pat Bream, and Tom Schockman are stripes for this evening. Thanks again for joining us on yourliveevent.com. Myself, Jake Berkmar, with the play-by-play. Jim Berkmar joining me down the sideline. Mac Robinson, our camera operator this evening. Executive producer Mark Forseth on site. And we've had technical engineer Brandon Mickelson joining us as well to bring you this matchup.
Bing, boom, let's go.
There you go. It will be teed up here. Jack Paulson has it teed up for Carrington. The senior waits for the whistle. There it is, and we are underway as the opening kickoff goes back. Will be picked up at the 15-yard line, bring it up the middle, and Mitzel will get across the 30 to the 32-yard line, where Hillsboro-Central Valley will start their first drive.
Yeah, good return by Mitzel, straight ahead for the Burros on the opening kickoff tonight. A bit of a breeze coming out of the north, so the Burros will be working into that wind tonight. Very successful passing attack last week and able to mix in that pass, and they want to get the ground game going here as well.
Riley Olson brings the troops out. He'll be under center, sends Mitzel wide left, bottom of your screen. Longthorn receiver wide right, top of your screen. Dryberg, the tight end, on the left side, right side, I formation. They run the option. Olson keeps it himself around the edge, and he'll get up to the 38, 39-yard line. Gain of 6 on that first carry.
Logan Weniger was there for the tackle for the Carrington Cardinals.
Cardinals in that 5-down lineman defensive front. See how they space it out, trying to stop that run of the Burros.
First time the Burros this year have gone up against a 5-man front.
Pros formation once again. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Under center, run the option. Give it to the fullback, Hebel. He'll power it forward, get across the 40 to the 41. Might be a half-yard shy of the first down.
Running in behind Richter on the right side is you see Weniger there, and also Zink was there. And also in on the tackle was Brock Jungles. Jungles, a 215-pound defensive lineman, part of that 5-man front, held his own there. And also shooting in really to kind of blow things up with is Carson Ova, another defensive tackle.
3rd and short, about a half-yard to gain. Burros will be under center. They bring in tight end on the left side of the formation, wide receivers either way. I formation, run the option. Olson pitches it to Olson. Landon Olson is turned back inside, brought down in the backfield. Big stop that time by Brock Jungles, the junior, making the play.
Yeah, Jungles with the big hit. You could hear the pads pop all the way here on the sideline. Josh Bickett, he came up from the corner position and really filled in and turned him back inside. And Jungles in pursuit coming down the line. He laid the big hit there. 4th and 1 coming up.
Brant will come in as an extra tight end for the Burros. They look like they're going to go for it. Send Longthorn, lone receiver, the formation out wide to the left, wide side of the field. Olson under center in the I formation. Barks out the signals, takes it, hands off, straight dive by Landon Olson. Hit in the backfield, keeps the legs turning, but he can't get up to the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down, no gain, and a turnover on down.
Luke Christensen got him in the backfield, and Jake Otto, the linebacker, cleaned him up, and some missed blocks up front, and some guys are hearing about it as they come to the sideline as needing to make the play and get after it. And now the defense for Hillsboro-Central Valley, they are being encouraged. Here is we are just a couple minutes into this first quarter tonight.
So ball
big stop by the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals will start on the Burro 40-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They run a pitch play to the right side. Stutter step in the backfield, then get back up to the line of scrimmage. Turn back in. Logan Winiger will get about half a yard on the game.
Addleston was there, Leal was there, Baszler in the vicinity, and that's a good sign for the Burros defensively, as that's 3 of those 4 defensive linemen with Dryberg, the right side defensive end here tonight, coming back from the injury. They've moved him to D-end. That's because Kazette has played outstanding as a linebacker, along with Hebel and Olson. You've got Longthorn and Mitzel in the secondary, along with Thompson and Olson.
Sophomore Josh Bickett under center, split backs behind him, fake the give up the middle, send it off tackle left side. This one going to Winiger again, and he'll get forward for a couple 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and Dryberg getting up a little bit shaken up there with that ankle injury that he suffered there in week 1. He's nodding his head, talking to some teammates, and a little bit slow in getting up. We'll keep our eyes on that, but Hebel was there for the tackle.
Braden Cruz, Hudson Top, Brock Jungles, Carson Ova, Luke Christensen, the offensive line for the Cardinals. Logan Weniger, the running back. Kale Kovar in there as well. Grady Shipman, Hudson Schmitz, McCoy Beckley, the receivers, tight ends in the formation. Back to pass, looking right. Pass is incomplete. Trying to dump it off to Hudson Schmitz, the leading receiver for the Cardinals after 2 weeks. Incomplete pass.
That was great coverage right over here in the flat as the ball bounced perfectly up into my left hand, and perfect toss back to the officials, and it's all good to go here on 4th and 8 coming up with 8:38 to play in this first quarter. So both defensive units have made plays. Hillsboro-Central Valley only giving up 2 yards in the first 3 plays from scrimmage here tonight.
Cardinals look to come out in punt formation, trying to pin the Burros back deep. Punter is the sophomore Ryder Bickett. Snap comes back, and the right-footed kick is angled towards the left side of the field. Good kick, and it'll hit the pylon. That's about as coffin corner as you can get. Oh, they called it the touchback.
Yeah,
though. It hit the pylon before it went out.
Yeah, hitting the pylon, and boy, that was 6 inches away from being right down there on a perfect punt. It was a great punt, and so Hillsboro-Central Valley will start at their 20-yard line. Offensively, trying to get something going here, and play being brought in as Halfley will come in with the play call from the sideline.
After back-to-back 3-and-outs to start the game, Burros 1st and 10 from the 20. Halfley will be wide receiver wide to the left side. Longthorn wide right side. Hebel and Olson behind Riley Olson under center. Fake the fullback give it to Landon Olson. He'll drive forward, bring the pile with him across the 30, pick up the first down and a few extra, gain of 13.
Yeah, bring the pile with him. He carried Jake Otto, and he also carried with him Hudson Schmitz and a couple of other Cardinals as Landon Olson ran with power that time, and a nice opening right in front of him as it was Hattlestead, Richter, Baszler, those guys on the interior.
Mitchell checks in. He's the wide receiver, bottom of your screen. From the midfield, they'll give inside handoff to Hebel. He'll get up to the 35-yard line, gain of 2.
Yeah, those 2 yards were tough yards because he ran into the big 70 Luke Christensen, and then also trying to strip the ball out for the Cardinals was Grady Shipman. Hebel, though, had the ball secured for a couple of yards. Hillsboro-Central Valley. Beautiful night here tonight as they host their 3rd consecutive game to begin the season. They'll go on the road. As of now, they'll go on the road next week to Grafton.
Part of 5 home games that they'll have this year. The next 2, they'll be at the Central Valley site. Tight end right side of the formation. They're going to run left side on the misdirection with Landon Olson. Again, he keeps the feet moving up to the 38-yard line, another 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Carrington really trying to strip the ball out and create some takeaways. They've turned it over 9 times this season. They're working hard there. Carson Ova on the stop with the helpers with him there, but Landon Olson securing the ball, and that's a point of emphasis for each of these teams. Trying to just execute and get something started, but it's been tough going for both teams in this first quarter.
3rd and 5 for the Burros as they come out. We'll see if they go to the pass. Had some success with that last week. Receiver left side is Longthorn. Mitzlow right side. Play action. Olson back to pass. He's looking, going down the right side, going for Hebel, and miscommunication on the route and the pass, incomplete.
Yeah, just didn't get there in that miscommunication, so they were not where they wanted to be, I guess, would be the thing to say there, and good coverage as well as the defender stayed right with Hebel out of the backfield.
Burros see if they come out here with, they will in punt formation. Fortman, the punter, averaging just a tick under 35 yards per punt through 2 weeks.
Wind has picked up some. You can probably hear that coming through the microphone.
Punting into the wind a little bit, too, as the kick is off. Angled, will hit at the 35. Take a little bit of a Burro roll down to the 31. And with 6:29 to go in this first quarter, it will be the Carrington Cardinals taking over for their 2nd drive of the game.
Yeah, and the Cardinals, they want to establish consistency in their execution offensively. As you mentioned in the pregame show, about 200 yards per game. Obviously, they want to improve upon that and also get themselves into the end zone after 9 turnovers the first 2 weeks. This Burro defense also trying to establish their identity to, put some more pressure on and get some takeaways.
Here, back to pass on the first play. Bickett will dump it off here to the left side. Makes one man miss, makes a second one drag with him as it's caught by Grady Shipman, and he will get the completion out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 16.
Yeah, the 16-yard gain came because he broke through a tackle that was missed at the 7-yard gain, and then Riley Olson jumped on his back and finally was able to get him out of bounds, but 16 yards later,
Shipman started the year at quarterback, now as receiver. Bickett, the sophomore, in at quarterback now. 8 of 11, 61 yards, no touchdowns and a pick on the season. Here's a ball behind Hudson Schmitz, falls incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and quarterback Bickett there, he was looking at some pressure coming at him, and the young quarterback, more snaps he takes back there, the more time he'll realize that, hey, I got an extra second or so here, and I can allow my receiver to get into his full route and be better timing there, but pretty good coverage in the secondary as well.
Burrow's defense, seniors on the defensive line, Peter Dryberg, Easton Baszler, Oscar Leal, Caleb Hattlestead, Caden Kazette, Landon Olson, Cole Hebel, the linebackers, Michael Longthorne, Isaac Thompson, Dylan Mitzel, Riley Olson, the defensive backs. Back to pass, pressure in the face from Hattlestead, dump it off here now to Kovar. Cale Kovar will take a bounce off a hit, spin away as he crosses the 50, down to the 45, inside to the 43-yard line, and a first down.
Olson and Leal on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley. That was a nice run after the catch.
Well, they're not saying first down yet. They started to move stuff, but
no,
now they will.
They had signaled just the chains are now catching up and are moving along the sideline. It's all good.
So Kovar with the 10-yard reception for the first down. His second catch of the season for the senior running back receiver.
McCoy Beckley has gone out here. Substitution is they're going to put wide here to this near side. Corbin Clifton.
Send 4 wide, send a man in motion, fake the give, and then meet at the quarterback. Dryberg and Hattlestead say, I'll meet you there, along with Hebel. All 3 blue jerseys in on that stop, loss of 2 on the quarterback keeper.
That was really just a good assignment defense. You mentioned Hattlestead and Dryberg first. That's the 2 defensive ends, so they did their job by, pinning in, and then coming up the middle there was Hebel. That's just outstanding team defense there by Hillsboro-Central Valley.
2nd and 12. Beckley will check back in. Shipman will come out for the Cardinals. They'll send 2 receivers wide left, 2 receivers wide right, shotgun formation. Running back to the left side. Bickett will roll out to his left. Being pressured, he'll dump it off right away to Clifton, and he's drug out of bounds almost as soon as he catches it. Gain of 8, maybe 9 on that one, depending on where they mark it.
Riley Olson on the tackle. Good roll out there by the quarterback Bickett, and throwing on the run, going to his left. Throwing that where only his receiver is going to make that catch. And the ability to stretch that a couple of extra yards, and 4:46, I should say, remaining in this first quarter.
3rd and 1. Cardinals come out in a run formation, I formation, receivers each way. Bickett under center, turns, hands off to Winiger, and he is crossed the first down marker. He'll pick it up before Landon Olson brings him down.
Landon Olson with that tackle. Good push up front by the offensive lineman Brock Jungles and Luke Christensen on that right side to allow the gain and the first down, as he mentioned. So the Carrington Cardinals are putting together a pretty nice drive here to this point.
3rd first down of the possession. 4.5 to go. 2 minutes old is this drive. Bickett will be under center. Josh Bickett will play action, roll out, being pressured from behind, dumps it off and through the hands, somehow ends up into the hands of Hudson Schmitz.
That's a really good catch by Schmitz, because Bickett had a lot on that. Man, he rifled that thing in there, and the tackle made here by Dylan Mitzel for Hillsboro-Central Valley, linebacker Caden Kazette, he had read that, and it was just out of his reach. So he slaps the grass as he's thinking, man. But I'll tell you what, that was a good completion because of the arm strength by the quarterback, Bickett.
And with pressure in his face, too, to a little bit of a fired away, dump it off. But
they're going to have to hurry up here.
Play clock runs low on 3. They will snap it on 2. Handoff Winiger, left side, off tackle. Picks up 4, push back. We'll have another first down, keep the chains moving. 4th first down of the drive.
Jack Matson, who had came in here for a play or two in the tackle there, is now he will come out, and also coming out James Fortman as Hillsboro-Central Valley bringing in some guys and taking some guys out now as they go back to Leal and Baszler as interior tackles, that four-man front.
Burrow's trying to, at the very least, be the bend-don't-break defense on this one. Cardinals in the shotgun set, back to pack, is looking left side, overthrow, intended receiver is Shipman. Incomplete pass for 2nd and 10.
They saw the blitz coming that time as both Hebel and Cassette both came on the fire, and Bickett recognizing that and got it out in a hurry and saved the yardage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Nobody was going to get to that, and now the receivers changing in and out for Carrington, coming in with the play from the sideline as well as Cale Kovar comes in.
Kovar will be in the backfield as they send Clifton and Ryder Bickett out to the left side. Receiver right side will be Beckley. Low snap, they get it off, give it up to Ryder Beckett. He'll run it up right side. Flag is on the play as he's planted at the 19-yard line by Michael Longthorne. As it is, gain of 1, but early flag coming out. We'll see what it's on.
Yeah, really good tackle by Longthorne, but the flag came here from the
illegal shift
side and the shift, so it'll be our first penalty of the night. It'll back them up 5.
So first one on the Cardinals, and right as they were getting into the red zone too.
Well, this is something now that Coach Smith talked to me about on air and off air. Last week, too. They got down inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20, and then some mistakes, not executing. Well, there's the first non-execution tonight.
Josh Bickett in the shotgun set, low snap, throws, dumps it off in the face of Dryberg's pressure, finds Schmitz again on the release route.
Hebel and Cassette there for the tackle after the 4-yard gain. Both linebackers read that, reacted, responded, made the tackle.
Just pressure in the face, dump it off to that drag and see what he can do with it, but it'll bring up 3rd and long. Got to get the ball down here to the 10-yard line. 2 receivers left side with Bickett and Schmitz. Beckley out wide right side. 2 backs, they motion Kovar out wide to the left side. Pressure set up the screen in the middle. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy.
Collision there, but intended receiver was Clifton coming across the formation.
Yeah, and I said, oh boy, because as he was coming across, Cassette again read that, picked up Corbin Clifton, and he was right there, and that ball was just kind of floating as it was that direct snap to Cale Kovar. Hillsboro-Central Valley was close to getting a takeaway. Now they're going to try for the field goal attempt.
Jack Paulson is in. As Coach Smith said, if we can get in range, we got a good kicker. Let's see if they can do it. With the wind, kick is up, kick is on the way, short. And not there. Missed the field goal, no good. Turnover here to Hillsboro-Central Valley, 1:54 to go in the quarter.
That kick was on target and just a couple of yards short. Would have been, a 37-yard attempt or so, and Hillsboro-Central Valley's defense, they heard you there, Big Jake, is talking about bend. It didn't break. Non-execution penalty flag against Carrington. Cost him the 5 yards. Missed a field goal by 2. Potential points.
From the 20-yard line, same spot they started their last drive. They'll turn, handoff, give is to Landon Olsen. He breaks it into the open field left side. He's got room, gets a block from Longthorne to the 50, 45. One man to beat down the sideline at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Burrows. The big play, 80 yards for Landon Olsen.
Well, that might bring some energy here to the guys in blue. As Landon Olsen running hard off that left side. He followed in behind Baszler and Leal, and he was looking like he was going to get wrapped up. But what we saw was the extra effort, kept the legs going, determination, and then got to the outside, and you called it perfect because the receiver downfield, Michael Longthorne, just threw enough of a block to get in the way, and that sprung him down the sideline for 6.
Now Michael Longthorne will come in to kick the point after, so you throw a block, you get a chance to kick a PAT. Peter Dryberg to hold, Riley Olsen, Dryberg to snap, Olsen to hold, as Longthorn's kick is up. It is good. The PAT makes it 7-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley on top with your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard. Minute 40 left, first quarter on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your community Health Mart pharmacy, is bringing you savings on your healthcare needs, like this great special on Health Mart B12 vitamins. A 60-count pack of tablets, buy one, get one for just $6.69. Health Mart melatonin 60-count tablets of quick dissolve or prolonged release, $8.99 each. Health Mart one daily men's or women's 50 plus, $5.49, and Health Mart loratadine non-drowsy tablets, $6.99. Hillsboro Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
A one-play drive, 80 yards to the house for Landon Olson, picking up his second touchdown run of the year. And Hillsboro-Central Valley, after the good Longthorn PAT, leads 7-0 on your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard. Burrows here with a minute 40 left in the first quarter will now kick from right to left.
It is a quiet stadium tonight.
It really is. I don't know if it's a Labor Day thing or
if it's just a thing.
But it is a thing regardless of what thing it is. So Bowden Allen will be on to kick off for Carrington.
I'm going to ask Pace if he can help me figure out what this thing is. What's causing this thing?
If anyone would know, it would be Pace, and if Pace doesn't know, it would be Corey. So Allen to kick, Winiger and McCade Zink back deep to receive as the kick, a little bit short kick, will be fielded by the up back on the left side, that being Shipman. He'll break it up the left sideline, being knocked out here past the 35, a scrum, and they'll mark him, I believe, right at the 36.
Yeah, it's good field position for Carrington. 26-yard return, and 7-0 Hillsboro-Central Valley with the big play, and we'll see how Carrington responds offensively, and we'll see if Hillsboro-Central Valley's defense can keep the momentum on their side with their efforts. Now Brandt is in at defensive end. Dryberg is out. So Jacob Brandt, the junior, at right defensive end. Hattleston at left end.
Trips receivers right side, one left side. Shotgun set, roll out to the right side. Hattlestead with pressure, throw back across the middle to Beckley, and nearly intercepted on the bobble time as Thompson nearly had his first pick.
Yeah, Thompson was coming there, and Kazette was right there again, staying with that receiver and getting a hit there. Ball comes free. Thompson there. You can see just maybe a little bit looking like defensively starting to keep the heads up and looking to see if they can't come up with that big play.
Caden Kazette tied for the team lead with Cole Hebel with 12.5 tackles coming into the game. Showing he can tackle, but so far in this first quarter, showing he can play a little coverage too. Split backfield behind the quarterback, Bickett under center. He'll give to the fullback, and powering up and through, Kovar up to the 41-yard line, gain of 5.
Yeah, he was going forward, and then Hebel and Leal combined to catch him and throw him back. Forward progress for 5. Dryberg in, Brandt out, substitution for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Final minute, first quarter.
Cut the distance in half on this 3rd and 5 play. Substitutions also coming in, coming out.
Christensen goes out for Carrington. I'm going to pick up
that right tackle spot.
Trying to get the jersey number here from the backside.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Bickett back to pass, looking here now over the middle. It's intercepted! Intercepted by the Burrows. Cole Hebel breaks it to the left side. He's got a block out front, and he will work his way inside back. Touchdown, Burrows! Hebel picks it. A block thrown that time from Easton Baszler down the field, and the Burrows take it back for 6.
Take it to the house, and the Burrows get their first of the year, and they get 6 to go with it. Double down.
It's a good way to get 6, or to get your first.
And Baszler said, look at me, 76 downfield. I'm with it. I'm getting after it. I'm going to throw a block, and Hebel, you can just turn to your right, and you can waltz in.
Baszler was just like he was on the offensive line again.
Oh, he was moving downfield. The big fella said, look at this. You might get the pick. You might get the attention. Burke might talk about you getting a touchdown, but look at me.
And those quick change things in the play where you don't stand around and watch. And
you get after it.
That's right. Good to see. As Longthorn on to kick another PAT.
And that is something they have needed through the first 2 weeks. More energy, and it's here tonight now.
And the PAT makes it 14-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley on top of Carrington. Your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Lumber has DeWalt Tools and Milwaukee Power Tools. Choose from DeWalt drills, sanders, impact drivers, hammer drills, jigsaws, skill saws, multi-tools, and all DeWalt power tool batteries and accessories. Hillsboro Lumber will work with you on any remodeling project, and they will assist you with any building plans you're considering. And they remind you of laminate flooring and many styles of cabinets available. Call 701-636-4301. Hillsboro Lumber, Hillsboro.
14-0 Hillsboro-Central Valley with the lead as we have 36 seconds left in our first quarter of play here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Brandon Allen will get set to kick off again. Logan Winiger back deep to receive for Carrington.
Well, this game has flipped here big time in the last 50 seconds of game time.
High kick will be fielded at the 20-yard line and trying to get to the middle of the field this time. And up to the left sideline. Flag comes in behind the play.
Nice return by McCade Zink. He took that all the way from across the field and looped around, but there is a flag down, as you pointed out. Flag there at the 35-yard line.
We'll see what the officials say, and it will be a hold on Carrington. And that'll be their second penalty. Mark them back 10 yards. And where the flag is at, it will put them back to about the 24, I believe. So basically a loss of about 20 on the play from where the play ended and where they start this drive.
Yeah, and that again is, what you don't want to see, because after, you get scored on an interception return, and you get a really nice kickoff return that puts you in good field position and gets nullified. And obviously you can still do good things here from the 25-yard line, but it's the extra 18, 20 yards that you now need to make up.
Bickett will be under center, split backs behind him in the backfield. He will turn, give it off tackle, but a whistle comes out. Timeout called by the Burros.
Yeah, Burros didn't have everybody on the field late in getting out there, so head coach Scott Olson right in front of me said, hey, timeout.
They'll take the timeout. We will as well. 14-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads Carrington. Your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious broasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Roasted chicken, dine in and take out at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And after the home football games, make sure that you stop in for free pizza and talk about the game with all the Burro fans at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Wishing the Burros good luck and thanking the community for your support.
Timeout by Hillsboro-Central Valley, their first of this first half. Here is still 30 seconds left to go, 26 seconds left to go in this first quarter. A little bit of a lengthy quarter.
It's had a good pace to it as far as, plays from scrimmage and a nice tempo. And, yeah, just, I don't know, the whole.
A few incomplete passes, but.
You keep telling me to stand by, stand by, stand by. So I'm standing, and glad you haven't said bye yet.
Well, you got the keys. Here's a give up the middle. Fullback on the pile, Kovar.
Yep, Kovar, not much there. Whole team of Burro Blue on defense to make the tackle. Good penetration by the defensive lineman as well, and the linebackers came in, and that's how you want to play it.
Give them a yard on the gain, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So we go to the second, flip sides of the field. Cardinals will now go from right to left when we come back on yourliveevent.com. Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley lead the Carrington Cardinals 14-0. Your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Start of the second quarter. There's Hillsboro-Central Valley and Carrington. Need to double check here as we get, there we go. Now we got everything changed on that scoreboard. Making sure everything's working right as the Cardinals trying to get some stuff working right on 2nd and 9. Fake the fullback give it to the tailback. And Logan Winiger will get about a yard.
Yeah, and Dryberg came down the line reading that, just a really good physical strength to throw his guy out of the way, come down the line, and make the play.
Brings up a long 3rd down and distance now, 3rd and about 8.
First time defensive end, maybe not every play's been perfect, but I'll tell you what.
Late man coming off the field for the Cardinals, might have too many in the huddle.
No, they're good.
No, okay. So they will run the play as Bickett runs the reverse to Ryder Bickett on the handoff right side, taking around the edge. Landon Olsen's there to slow him up, turn him in, let Michael Longthorn help him to clean him up, and it'll be a gain of 3.
Yeah, and the 3 yards, a little misdirection. Olsen staying there, and he'd like to, you're always trying to say, okay, let's improve, and he'd like to see if he couldn't keep that to a 1 yard instead of a 3 yard game. But he was there. Now McRitchie comes in as a defensive end along with Brandt and the rest of the special teams unit.
Josh Bickett, Ryder Bickett, the cousins, just like backyard and Thanksgiving, running the old reverse play. Punt nearly blocked, high kick, angle and a little backspin on the bounce. Will hit at the 48, backspin to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, the Burros brought a lot of pressure that time. Landon Olsen just about got his hands on it.
So with 10:32 to go in this first half, Hillsboro-Central Valley will take over, and they'll have it in Cardinal territory to begin this drive, their 4th drive of the game after they went turnover on downs, punt, a 1-play drive, and then the interception return for the touchdown for their 2 scores. Trying to keep the momentum going now on offense. 47-10, 32.
Receivers to each side here in the normal formation.
Longthorn and Mitzel bottom of the screen. Hebel and Olsen, the backs, play action. Riley Olsen looking down the field. Man wide open. Cole Hebel caught it at the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown Burros. Hillsboro-Central Valley strikes through the air. Hebel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, this one on offense.
Well, I'm not saying that you or anybody else was thinking or maybe, but Hebel was so wide open he caught it, and then you could see a little bit of a juggle and like, how in the heck am I this wide open? And oh my goodness, don't drop this thing. No, don't drop it. Get the hands on it, turn, run. Man, 2 back-to-back offensive series, and the quick strikes. Hillsboro-Central Valley has turned this game big time in their favor.
That one just a
nice
half-back seam right down the middle. Able to get it. Longthorn on for the PAT. Kick is up. Kick is good. And Hillsboro-Central Valley now leads 21-0 over Carrington on the Tim Cassette seat sale scoreboard.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Burrow kickoff after the touchdown pass. It is received by the up back on the left side. Will be Grady Shipman. He tries to stiff arm his way, but tackle is made by Dylan Mitzel. Shipman brings it out here, shy of the 30.
Yeah, Mitzel with a very good open field specials teams tackle, and because that was downfield first and turned to Shipman back, and that allowed Mitzel to stay in his lane and make the special teams play.
Officially going to be marked at the 27-yard line, where Carrington will come over. So far, a punt, a missed field goal, an interception, and a punt on their 4 drives.
And I'm just thinking here, Big Jake, the 3 touchdowns of time elapsed of game time is probably less than 60 seconds.
The first touchdown came with 1:40 left in the first quarter, so about 3 minutes, but yeah. Here's a run right side. Short gain, no real room for Logan Winiger to run.
Hattlestead there for the stop along with others, Riley Olson and Dryberg, Hebel. Of course, you got Leal up front as a defensive lineman along with Baszler. Rest of that defensive unit, Isaac Thompson at the corner. Looking over here and getting the defensive calls. Cassette, linebacker, along with Olson. You got Mitzel and Longthorne on the other side in the secondary.
Burrow's running that 4-3, but usually sliding that safety down to almost a 4-4 look. Here's play action pass coming. Dryberg from the weak side. Ball is out. The ball is out. Diving on it, and I believe the Burrows got on top of it.
Yep,
is that Baszler?
No, Hattlestead 67 because Dryberg came from the right defensive end and said, Burke, look at this. It's raspberries from the backyard to the 14 on the defensive end on Friday Night Lights.
Equally delicious to get a strip sack for Peter Dryberg. Welcome back to the lineup.
And Hattlestead says, oh, man, it's with ice cream here.
Gotta have it with the ice cream. Here's a little takeover. Ball marked here.
Get juiced up.
Here from the 10. 11-yard line. From the 11-yard line. Olson under center. He'll run the option himself. Break around the right side. He's in for the score. Riley Olson, the 3rd straight one-play drive. This one helped out by the strip sack by Dryberg, and the Burrows on top 27-0.
What a ball fake by Riley Olson, and carrying out that was Hebel, the fullback. Everybody bid on that, and Riley Olson said, we will walk in.
Michael Longthorne gets the right leg ready to kick again. So far, he's 3 for 3 today. Dryberg to hold, Dryberg to snap, Olson to hold, and the kick is up. Kick is good. The PAT is through. 28-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley on top. 9:23. Second quarter remains on yourliveevent.com.
You can trust Paul's Hometown Repair for professional service on your vehicles, cars, vans, pickups. Bring them in to Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Whether it's light work such as oil changes and tune-ups, or more serious matters including transmission work and engine overhauls, they'll get the work done for you at Paul's Hometown Repair. They'll get your vehicle back on its wheels, running like new. Call 436-4676 to schedule your vehicle for service at Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro.
Hillsboro-Central Valley with 28 points here in the last 4 minutes and 17 seconds of game time. A Landon Olson 80-yard touchdown run. Cole Hebel then with an interception return for a touchdown. Riley Olson will then connect with Cole Hebel on a 47-yard touchdown pass, and then Riley Olson with an 11-yard touchdown run. Burrows lead 28-0, and the kickoff is off Picked up by the Cardinals, back inside the 20, busted to the middle, big hole up there, looking for a block, trying to get to the outside though. Maybe trying to do too much on that one. Looked like there was space up the middle of the field.
And Kaysen Buckholz, the number 20, closed it and got there and had some helpers as well as some helmets being slapped here as they come off to the side of congratulations and good work. Sawyer Owens and Ben Thompson and others coming off on special teams. So interception return for 6, a strip sack, forced the fumble, and then go in for a touchdown. So +2 in the takeaways and leading by +4 touchdowns.
And again, talked about didn't have a takeaway in the first 2 games of the year. Here's a give right side. Kale Carvar hits the hole hard, picks up 5 yards in that first down.
Yeah, it's a really hard run there by Kovar, and he had some lead blockers out in front of him as you see 70 Christensen, and also blocking was Brock Jungles. It's a really strong run on first down to get him close to 6 yards. Clock running here, not quite midway through this second quarter.
They'll break the huddle as the sophomore Josh Bickett will come out and will be under center in this I formation. Tight formation, wing back on the left side. They'll run a pitch, nearly lost it, bobbled it. They do get it back, but Blue Shirts there in the backfield to bring them down, and that was just a good play to keep it from being another turnover.
Yeah, Kale Kovar hung on to that, and all the Burros were there in pursuit. And that really got blown up, though, at the line of scrimmage. Hillsboro-Central Valley's defensive lineman got a good push those linemen back, and all of a sudden, backs coming through in motion, starting to get tangled up in all of that. Now Brandt comes in, Baszler comes out defensively.
Will be a loss of 9 on that play with Baszler coming out. Hattelstead, the DN, will slide inside to D-tackle. Halfley will come out. Landon Olson will check in too defensively for the Burros. Late substitution. They get it in. Receivers each way. Pistol formation as they run the option right side. Pitch it back here to Winiger. He'll get up the right side, and he gets the first down across the 48 to the 41-yard line.
It's a nice run.
Nice 15-yard gain and a first down. First time they've had a first down since that second drive of the game for Carrington.
Mitzel pushed him out of bounds on the tackle for the Burros. Baszler's coming back in. Also, James Fortman, while he was going to come back in, he does not. Baszler and Leal stays in. Brandt comes off. Have an official's timeout here, setting the play clock. Play clock had been reset, started to run, so it gets reset here.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Send them out wide right, top of your screen on that short side of the field. From the right hash, they get the Burros to jump.
Yeah, changing the cadence there, and you could see the last couple of snaps from center in the line of scrimmage that Hillsboro-Central Valley's defensive linemen were really starting to get their timing down and teeing off, so to speak, and Bickett and the Cardinals coaching staff recognizing that, and they go with a different cadence count, a little bit of in between to try to take that Burro defense out of rhythm.
Yeah, they've done some misdirection, some screen plays, this time changing the count, trying to throw them off, get something going. They flip the formation, send the receiver wide left side. They give to the second man through, off tackle left side. Dryberg turns the inside to Baszler and brings Weniger down for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Hillsboro-Central Valley being really physical up front right now. Matson will come in. Leal will come out. It's the freshman, 75. Matson, he'll play a defensive tackle. See some shoestrings being laced up here as Baszler, tell you what, he's lacing up the strings on the shoes of Cazette. Baszler said, I blocked that touchdown return for 6. Tying up the laces now on 44 Cazette. So, Caden, you know what? I strapped him up tight. You get after it.
6:50 to go in this second quarter. Burros leading 28-0. Cardinals here with the run right side, running the option. And Matson got in there quick.
He sure did. He came down the line. Nobody got a block on him. He got right off of that snap and in pursuit, just goes down the line of scrimmage. He had a free play there. Matson really quick off the snap from center. Fortman's going to come in for Hillsboro-Central Valley on 3rd and 4. Baszler will come out and get a rest.
Come in on that defensive line. Cardinals near midfield. We'll see here if this is 4-down territory for them the rest of the game. One receiver right, two left, pistol set, snap comes back. Bickett looking to throw, rifles it over the middle and rifles it right into the chest of his receiver, Hudson Schmitz, and it's complete for a first down.
Yeah, Bickett, he's really throwing the ball well tonight, and he's a quick release, getting rid of it, quick pass play, timing, throwing it there so his receiver can protect the ball, protect his body, and Hudson Schmitz and the Carrington Cardinals move the chains with another first down.
Across the 50 into Burrow territory from the 45. Same formation. One receiver right, two receivers left, except they go to shotgun instead of the pistol. They'll roll out left side. Dryberg chasing Bickett. He's trying to get around the left edge, trying to throw it, and dumps it off in the area of Clifton. Corbin Clifton, the nearest receiver, only incomplete, as that was maybe just as much a throwaway as anything else.
Yeah, Bickett really protected the ball there and made sure nobody was going to get to that. Dryberg was in the presence and in the chase, and others were in coverage and really nowhere to go.
Dryberg comes out, gets a little bit of a breather, hits the water there on the sideline. The Cardinals will send two. Now they're going to rotate guys over, put three receivers right side, one left. Back to pass. Bickett will dump it off. Short route to Clifton. He's knocked out of bounds right at the 40, gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, and the Longthorn on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 14, 60 yards and an interception first half passing for Josh Bickett.
Most of those pass plays, if they've not been over the middle, they've been to their right side of their offense, so they're challenging Longthorn, and he has certainly met the challenge up to this point. Play clock running down.
From that right hash, send a receiver each way. They'll roll out left side this time, looking to run the option. Bickett gets by one, now tries to break it back outside, gets up to the 30-yard line, 10-yard gain, first down, move the chains.
Yeah, they got around the defensive end of that time, who got sucked inside. And now Dryberg will come in. Foss will come out defensively. Matson stays in as a defensive tackle. Also, you see Fortman remaining in, and Hattleston still as a defensive end, as Hillsboro-Central Valley has developed a depth here through the first 2+ weeks, and now they're up to 6-7 guys regularly at that line of scrimmage. They'll get another guy or two back here in another week or so, and now we got a timeout on the field.
Timeout taken. Here as the play clock running down, Cardinals take their first. We take our timeout, 28-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads over Carrington on the Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard.
Reed Insurance, Terry Reed and Julie Larson, serving you with homeowners, farm, auto, multi-peril, crop hail. They're here to help you with the insurance you need. Located in the Wright Implement Building in Hillsboro, call Julie or Terry today at Reed Insurance, 701-636-5471. Visit with Terry Reed and Julie Larson for the insurance coverage you need. You can depend on Reed Insurance.
28-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads Carrington in this second quarter, 4:52 to go. Reminder coming up at halftime with your Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report. We'll take a look at some of the other games going on yourliveevent.com tonight. Get your first half stats.
Well, this first half stats, I'm sorry to jump on you, this first half stats has all been big plays.
Big plays have played a big part in the first half story. Two receivers left, one right. Pass nearly tipped to the line of scrimmage, but completed out to the right flat. Longthorn wrestles down Beckley. Beckley with his first catch of the game.
And again, Bickett stays in there and shows the arm strength to get that pass to his receiver. As you said, very close to being tipped. Might have even been a little bit of a fingernail on it. You can start to see that ball start to change and wobble a little bit halfway through the route.
Cardinals again in the spot where Coach Smith said, hey, we got to finish off drives. They come out 2nd and 6. Just shy of the 25. Low snap comes in. They hand out. No, they give it inside. They give it inside handoff this time to Ryder Bickett. And maybe you had the angle of exactly where that play went.
Well, it went all the way downfield is where it went because it was great deception in the backfield. Hillsboro-Central Valley, both defensive ends came in and they bit for that on what they were expecting to be a counter play coming back, and very well executed up front with some good blocking and all the way down to the 3-yard line. So Carrington executing and now trying to punch one in. Excellent offensive play by the Cardinals.
They'll come out heavy set, 3 backs in the backfield. They turn handoff as they bring in Hudson Top into the backfield at the fullback spot. He's in for the touchdown. Top with the score for Carrington, and that's what Coach Smith wants to see, finishing off a drive.
Yeah, they put together an excellent drive there as getting, a couple of, medium range gains, and then the big play took him down near. Then Hudson Top came in and ran with power out of the backfield.
On now for the extra point kick. Jack Paulson to kick it. This one is up. It is good. The PAT is good, and it's Hillsboro-Central Valley leading Carrington 28-7 on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro. For when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires, or need tire repair, visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum, thank you for your business, and they look forward to continuing to serve you at Sorum Oil Company.
Cardinals cap off a drive. They go 72 yards in 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Hudson Top in for his second touchdown run of the year. And now Carrington will kick off from right to left. Landon Olson back deep to receive for Hillsboro-Central Valley as it's bouncing, picked up by the upback. Kyle Hafley on the right sideline. He spins. He loses the football. Football gets stripped away. And
Cole Hebel very alertly, because the Cardinals had the best chance at that. Logan Weniger was right there. Hebel came in, and Hebel reached in and said, no, you're not getting this. I'm recovering it. But the officials are saying, no, Weniger had it first. Oh, my. Hebel ended up with it. Weniger got a hand on it. Hebel, though, pulled it in. So they're saying that Weniger's hand on it while he was on the ground, and then Hebel pulled it away, is the official ruling on the field. So the Cardinals have the ball. Big play here by the Cardinals on special teams. They get the takeaway.
They have it at the 40-yard line. 4 receivers set. Bickett back to pass, looking left side, dumps it off. Grady Shipman, he's wrapped up here by Isaac Thompson. And then the rest of the defense comes over, cleans him up with Gazette and Olson. And a short gain, 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and Riley Olson helping up Grady Shipman here with the sportsmanship. But yeah, you said Thompson, then Gazette, then Olson. 4-yard gain here on the near sideline in front of the Burrow bench.
Brings up a second down.
Play
receivers.
Clock has not yet started.
2 right, 2 left on the receiving formation. Pistol set. Bickett back to pass. Looking right side into that far flat, and it is up and caught by Beckley. Long range for that pass to travel.
Oh, my, yeah.
And it will be a gain up to the 35, brings up 3rd and 5.
Longthorn on the tackle, just a short gain of 1. But, yeah, that ball hung in the air for an awful long time. Now, Kovar will go off. That's Cale Kovar. And Logan Weniger comes in for Carrington on 3rd down, officially 6 to go.
So far, Schmitz.
Landon Olson, linebacker, coming to this side of the field where all the receivers are.
Trying to set up a bubble on the left side.
Great
Instead
play
they
by
go
Olson.
to slant. Lift and run the bubble, which they ran earlier, but Beckley going on the slant, and it's knocked away by Landon Olson with the pass breakup.
Yeah, you described it there, and it was Beckley on that slant, and that's who Bickett wanted to get it to, and Landon Olson. Great defensive call by the coaching staff here for the Burros, telling Olson, get over here. He was in position, stayed with the receiver Beckley on that slant, reached in, stripped the ball out, incomplete. Perfect execution.
4th and 5, got to get down to the 30-yard line. Bring the receivers in tight to the formation. Bickett back to pass, pressure in his face, being thrown, and incomplete pass. Broken up that time by the defense.
Yeah, Longthorn was right there, and he was blanketed all over the receiver as everybody came on the blitz, and Beckett had to get rid of it in a hurry. Longthorn there in tight coverage, incomplete. Burros defense does their job. Offense comes out, still 2:42 to play in the first half. Hillsboro-Central Valley leading 28-7.
Now, with the fumble on the kickoff, no official drive started for the Burros, so they have gone 3 straight one-play drives, resulting in touchdowns. As they come out, 3 receiver set, Halfley in the slot to the right side. Olson back to pass. He's looking, going down the right sideline, looking for Hebel. He catches at the 40. It's a race to the end zone, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and he will dive short of the pylon.
Yeah, I was just going to mark it out as I'm going to walk down there, the official sprinting down and marking it at the 1-yard line. And Cole Hebel out of the backfield, again, wide open. Credit the hustle effort of the Cardinals secondary from across the field to come all the way and to not let him get in for that touchdown on the big pass play, but at the 1-yard line for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Riley Olson, he's just pitching dimes, showing up at the county fair and pitching dimes and claiming prizes.
Now he'll be under center from the 1, trying to cap it off. We'll see who gets the call here as they give it to Hebel, trying to finish the job, and he will power forward in for the 1-yard touchdown run.
Why not? 2-4, you got us close. Take it in for payday.
Hebel's 3rd touchdown of the night. This one, so he's done it on defense, he's done it through the air, and now he's done it on the ground.
And if we were at some place that we can't mention during this broadcast, but that'd be a trifecta. Forget all your Quinellas and forget all the shows and the placings and the win and all that. That's a trifecta. 2-4, putting you on the house, man.
Now as Longthorn on to kick the PAT. Snap, hold, kick. It will be good. Thought it might have been.
You were doing a little
blocker.
Longthorn's going to say, come on, Big Jake.
35-7. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads Carrington. 2:24 to go, first half on yourliveevent.com with your Tim Cassette Seat Sale scoreboard.
New Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans are here. In the Hillsboro area, contact Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877. These new Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans feature exclusive genetics and high-demand trait platforms like Enlist E3 soybeans and XtendFlex soybeans. Golden Harvest Seeds. Talk with your area representative, Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877 for Golden Harvest Seed.
North Dakota state law requires students attending school to be up to date on immunizations that protect them from life-threatening diseases such as measles, chickenpox, mumps, or pertussis. Trail District Health Unit reminds parents to get your children all the recommended vaccinations for their health and the safety of our community. Contact Trail District Health Unit if you have any vaccination questions or if you would like to schedule an appointment. Call 701-636-4434 for Trail District Health Unit.
Bowden Allen with the kickoff for Hillsboro-Central Valley after the 1-yard touchdown run. It's off the Shoulder pads of Weniger. He'll pick it up, and now he's trying to scramble. He breaks free of one, tries to get by another, but he gets his way back up to about the 19-yard line. And after early disaster, a good recovery.
Yeah, Longthorn will get credit for the tackle. Special teams guys, Thompson, McRitchie, Sawyer Owens, also Bowden Allen, who kicked off. It was a nice kick. Matson out there on special teams, a lot of other guys.
So the Cardinals come out now, trying to do what they did a couple drives ago, and that's put together a long drive that went 72 yards. Now they'll see if they can go 81 yards. 2 timeouts left and 2:16 left before halftime. Bickett under center, split backs behind him, will give on the inside handoff. Kale Kovar brought down at
Cole
the line of
Hebel
scrimmage.
right there. Hebel's really had an H of a first half. I'll tell you what, he's playing lights out.
An interception, 3 touchdowns. His receiving line as a fullback, 2 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Nearly had 2, but he ended up a yard short of the 1.
Dryberg comes out. Brandt comes in defensively.
Kovar checks out for Carrington as they will send receiver Shipman out wide to the left side. Beckley out wide to the right side. Pistol formation with 2 backs in the backfield. Bickett runs the option right side. Looks to pitch, gets it off on the corner, and it will be brought down. Bickett kept it, but brought down, no gain.
Yeah, no gain on the play, and again, the Burros defensively really stringing that out.
3rd down. Call it 7 to go.
Been working together well as a defensive unit tonight, with everybody, getting their jobs done, winning the battles at most positions, and team defense.
2 receivers to the left side. Schmitz is in the slot left side. 1 receiver right. Bickett runs the toss play out to Kovar around the edge on the left side. Gets it across the 30 out to the 35 where he's wrestled out of bounds and has the first down.
Yeah.
Mark him out back right at the 36-yard line.
Good block there on the interior thrown by the Cardinals. I think it was Carson Ova, and what they did was they were able to get Kazette, the linebacker. They got the block there that allowed to get to the edge and got around Thompson at the corner, and Riley Olson came over and cleaned up. But good blocks there by the Carrington Cardinals linemen.
And stop the clock with 45 seconds left in this first half. Back to pass. Bickett trying to set up a screen play.
That might be a lateral.
Yeah. Nope, they whistle it dead. They whistle it dead, so they say incomplete pass. There, it was picked up anyway by the Cardinals, but officials blow it dead. Brings up 2nd and 10 now from the 35-yard line.
As they said once on Little House on the Prairie, whoa, Nelly.
Matson will check back in at the defensive line there for Baszler for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Here with Thompson, Longthorn, Mitzel, Olson, the 4 defensive backs. Here for this 2nd and long play. 2 receivers left. They motion a 3rd one over. They'll hand it off to that motion man, Schmitz. He'll bring it up around the edge, and he works to get his way out of bounds. Pick up 7 yards.
Yeah, tiptoed his way and got out of bounds. Thompson over here. You have McRitchie out here defensively. Right side defensive end for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
3rd down now for Carrington. You're trying to...
getting the play to now come in, and it'll be Weniger coming in with the play from the sideline.
And the Cardinals seeing if they can do something to try and get the double dip. They'll have the option to receive the kickoff to start the second half.
And they have 2 timeouts remaining.
Trips receivers right side, pass back over the middle. It's intercepted by Riley Olson. Olson will pick it off at the 50, bring it back to the 40, and up to the 35-yard line with 24 seconds left. Olson with his first interception on the year.
Well, that's smart football. Riley Olson, he's been around. He saw and read what was coming at him. He just hung back there, looked into the eyes of the quarterback, and just waited for that ball to come into his hands, and with the interception. So the Burros getting the takeaways +2 here tonight, as they've got 3. Cardinals have now turned it over 12 times through 2.5 games.
So the Burros will come out with 24 seconds left. They still have 2 timeouts left as well from the 36-yard line, seeing if they can get one more before halftime. Olsen under center. He'll turn, hand off to Landon Olsen. Breaks free of an ankle tackle, gets out to the left side. He's still loose into the open field where he's then brought down by the third level. A first down, and clock stops, so they reset the chains.
Well, it was just a hand tackle there that tripped him up. But I'll tell you what, Carrington had everybody up inside within 5.5 yards. And once you get into that second level, then it's, some one-on-one. And going to run the clock down here. I think they're going to probably try for a field goal is what I believe the intentions are here. Yep, I'm going to let the clock go down to 3 seconds and take the timeout. They'll bring the special teams field goal unit on. So the ball here, Big Jake, as I'm standing on the sideline, it's at the 16-yard line, so be a 33-yard field goal attempt.
That was just the 14th offensive play by Hillsboro-Central Valley in the first half. They lead 35-7. Here with touchdown runs from Landon Olsen of 80 yards. Cole Hebel with an interception return, a 47-yard reception, and a 1-yard touchdown run. Riley Olsen has a touchdown run himself. He has an interception as well. As the Burros, we'll see what they can do to cap off here this first half. And reminder here, after this, we'll have our post-game coaches council go right down to the field here to start the Farmers Union Insurance halftime report coming up.
Yeah, Ryan Opdahl Agency, downtown Hillsboro. See him for your insurance, and he'll be presenting our halftime report here in just a moment as field goal unit is out.
Looks like they're going to spot it at about a 34-yard field goal. Kicking it from the 24-yard line, so 34-yard field goal with a little bit of a breeze. Michael Longthorne on to kick it. Dryberg.
Oh,
we got
no. Carrington jumped off. Wow.
Trying to jump the snap. That'll move him forward 5 yards. On the encroachment. Third penalty.
Excited to make a play, so everybody's going to get lined up. So now it'll be the from the 29, or from the 19, I should say, so a 29-yard field goal attempt.
Longthorne with Dryberg to snap, Olsen to hold. Snap, hold, kick is off. Line driver skims over the bar, good. Longthorne with a 29-yard field goal to cap the first half, and Hillsboro-Central Valley will take the 38-7 lead into halftime as we will go down to the field. Jim Birkmeyer with the head coach of Hillsboro-Central Valley, Scott Olsen, joins us down for our halftime report.
Well, Coach, it's a positive way to end the quality first half for you guys.
Yeah, slow start right away. They kind of picked us apart and had the momentum right away. And then with that big run by Landon, that really changed the momentum. And then we just compounded it with forcing turnovers and pick six. Defense is up 1. But we got to keep going. That one touchdown. We showed signs that we just need to tackle better overall.
But you're showing signs of making more aggressive plays.
For sure, yep, for sure. And we can be even more aggressive. And I want to see that more in the second half.
Very good. We'll talk to you when you come back out. Head coach Scott Olsen for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. They lead 38-7 on their home field at the Hillsboro Sports Complex. Hillsboro-Central Valley 38, Carrington 7. This is the halftime report presented by Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance in downtown Hillsboro. Visit with Ryan for your insurance to protect you and your family and your assets with your farm, business, and personal property from Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. If you want, shoot him a text. If you know his cell phone number, shoot him a text. I bet he'll respond here tonight during the halftime report with yourliveevent.com. Hillsboro-Central Valley leading at Carrington at halftime with a Longthorne field goal to end the half, 38-7.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
West Main Pizza is adding new items on their list of sweet treats. Introducing Monkey Bread and Cinnamon Sugar Crisp Pizza. The Monkey Bread is a soft bread with cinnamon sugar and caramel baked and served in a skillet. The Cinnamon Sugar Crisp Pizza is topped with cinnamon sugar and a glazed drizzle. Available in 8, 12, or 16-inch pie sizes. Try these and the many other sweet treats from West Main Pizza. Call in your order at 784-3700. Take out or dine in at West Main Pizza.
Keep your lawns, yards, and gardens looking great with the help of Wright Cub Cadet in Hillsboro with their equipment and accessories. This season, the new products are very, very limited, so talk with Darren and Mike to see what's available, and also check with them about used mowers and tillers. They repair all makes, models, colors of tillers, mowers, and small engines. Call 701-636-5692. Wright Cub Cadet on the corner of Caledonia Avenue and Highway 81, Hillsboro.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the boroughs want you to visit hillsboroK12.com or centralvalleynd.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day too. The school websites in Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, contact info. It's all on the school website for the Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9 in Ada, invites you to order your new Buick and Chevrolet vehicles. From the Silverado, Trailblazers, Traverse, and Enclave, Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet and Buick dealer, providing sales and a service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch, Smurf, or Jay. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9, Ada, 218-784-2000.
Your halftime report from Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro and the Ryan Opdahl Agency shows the Hillsboro-Central Valley Boroughs on top 38-7. And how did we get there? Let's go through it with our scoring summary in this first half, as both teams 3 and outs on their first couple possessions. Be a punt by the Boroughs, a missed field goal by Carrington after that, and then things got going for Hillsboro-Central Valley. One play drive, Landon Olson, 80-yard touchdown run for the score. Next Cardinal drive, Cole Hebel, interception, returns it to the house for 6, and it's a 14-0 lead. After the Cardinals then would end up punting one more time, it would be a one-play drive as Riley Olson goes through the air to Cole Hebel, 47 yards for the touchdown reception, 21-0. It would be Riley Olson then with an 11-yard touchdown run. Cole Hebel would get a 64-yard pass play from Riley Olson that got him down at the 1 before Hebel taps off the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run, his third touchdown of the first half. And then it would be a 35-7 lead after Carrington gets in. Hudson Top from 4 yards out, his second touchdown run of the season. And right at the half, with the clocks hitting zeros, Michael Longthorne hits from 29 yards out on the field goal, and it's 38-7 after our first half of play. Looking at our first half numbers in this one for Carrington, the Cardinals here with 79 yards rushing, 70 passing on 10 of 21 passing, total of 149 yards of offense in the first half. Leading rusher is Logan Winiger with 8 carries, 26 yards. Ryder Bickett, 2 carries, 25 yards. Hudson Top has the 1 carry for 4 yards and a touchdown. Through the air, Josh Bickett, 10 of 21 for 70 yards. Does have 2 interceptions as well. Hudson Schmitz with 3 catches for 20 yards. 2 catches totaling 14 yards for Corbin Clifton. 2 catches for 19 yards for Grady Shipman in that first half. For Hillsboro-Central Valley, first half saw him run the ball for 138 yards, pass the ball for 111, total of 249 yards on just 14 plays of offense in that first half. Landon Olson, 6 carries, 115 yards and a touchdown. Cole Hebel, 3 carries, 6 yards and a touchdown. Riley Olson, 2 carries, 17 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Through the air, Riley Olson, 2 of 3 passing, both completions to Cole Hebel for 47 and 64, total of 111 yards and a touchdown in the first half. They had 1 turnover as well. Micah Longthorne went 5 of 5 for the PATs. He also kicked 1 29-yard field goal in that first half. Defensively, Caleb Hattelstead with a fumble recovery, Peter Dryberg with a sack and a fumble forced. Cole Hebel with an interception that he returned for a touchdown. Riley Olson also had an interception defensively for Hillsboro-Central Valley. That's your first half stats. Stick with us here in your Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. We'll be back with more. Get you ready for half number 2 coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops Lake Park.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
There is another way to minimize your farm's risk and protect its equity with margin protection coverage. This is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. Margin protection provides coverage against an unexpected decrease or increase in operating margin. In other words, we can put a policy in place to protect you from changing input costs and crop prices on your farm. Let us help you explore this option between now and September 30th to get you covered. For more information, go to irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Well, they're going to be at the halftime report from Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Ryan Opdahl Agency located downtown Hillsboro. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads over Carrington 38-7 on your Tim Cassette Seats Hill scoreboard. Take a look around the area with the yourliveevent.com games going on here today. Central Cass leading over Northern Cass 49-7 in that late second quarter there. It is Oaks over Oak Grove 50-0. The Grovers struck by 6 turnovers in the first half, being bit by that turnover bug and trailing by a 50 in that into this third quarter. Now they just start that second half. Thompson Tommies lead over Harvey Wells County 22-14 over the Hornets in that one. And on the Minnesota side, Lake Park Audubon leading Ada Borup West 8-6 as they hit halftime in Ada. So there's the games around the region with high school football here on your Friday night. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads 38-7 over Carrington. More of your Farmers Union Insurance halftime report coming up next.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
For all your fresh floral needs, rely on 3R Floral on Main Street in Hillsboro. If you have an upcoming wedding or a special event, contact 3R Floral to help with your floral needs for the occasion. Call 3R Floral at 701-636-2000. You can also find other gift ideas for all occasions at 3R Floral, including wooden items from Barnwood Designs. Check out the 3R Floral Facebook page to see some of the great gifts available. If you can dream it, we can do it at 3R Floral in Hillsboro. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
Halftime report from Farmers Union Insurance and the Ryan Opdal Agency in Hillsboro. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads 38-7. Back down to the field, our halftime coach's comments. Coach Kyle Smith on the field with Jim Berkmeyer.
Well, Coach, first half certainly Burroughs enjoyed a lot of big plays. You had some opportunities. You got one to go in. What'd you talk about here at halftime?
You know, we talked about coming out and winning the half. You know, we got to play like a 0-0 and take it what it is. You know, we got an uphill climb, obviously, but I told the kids I'll be proud we come out and we win this half. Show them what we're made of. Show them we're not gonna leave for the bus at halftime.
And the thing is, too, you know, after the game or whatever happens any week, you're always watching film and you're keeping an eye on because you want to keep guys out there playing hard.
Exactly. This is a time for those kids to show me what they got, and you know, just hats off to Hillsboro. They show you why they're one of the premier teams in the state year after year, and they're well coached. They're big, physical, fast, and they're all worth the rating.
Coach, thanks for the time. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
You bet. Head coach Kyle Smith for the Carrington Cardinals here at halftime. Hillsboro-Central Valley leading 38-7. Going to take a break here, Jake, while I walk across the field, and you continue with more on the Ryan Opdal Agency, Farmers Union Insurance halftime report.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Our second half about to kick off. Hillsboro-Central Valley and Carrington, Region 2, North Dakota Class 11B high school football. Thanks for joining us this evening for our broadcast. It's the Burros lead, 38-7 at the half. Will be Bowden Allen to kick things deep, going from right to left for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Logan Weniger back deep to receive for the Cardinals. The ball is up, the kick is off, and it's back and down to a knee to receive it at the 16-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will then start this drive.
Yeah, that kick that Weniger came up on and a little bit in between, went down to secure the catch. The knee went down, so as you said, at the 16-yard line. And so we wrapped up the halftime report, underway in the second half. Just want to say The officials out here, a veteran crew, great guys, and truly, without them, we wouldn't be having the game. So make sure you're always thanking the officials, and we need more officials, and we want to see you and encourage you that if you love the game, you want to stay a part of it, officiating might be a great way to do it. So good job, guys, out here tonight. And Coach Kyle Smith, what a class act from Carrington. Just a pleasure to talk with him before and now at halftime and on and off the air.
And now the Cardinals miscommunication on getting everyone on the field. Now they get it. They run a pitch play out to the right side. Kale Kovar, he's tripped up. Secondary coming up to make the tackle. Flag is on the play.
Yeah, I think it was illegal shift again.
Oh, we get that quick pause here. Our officials, we'll mention them here, Ben Potter, Tanner Wallstrom, Jim Breen, Pat Breen, and Tom Schockman out here this evening. So the penalty on the Cardinals marks them back. Fourth penalty of the game on the Cardinals. 1st and 15. Substitution coming in here.
Well, you're playing. I know it's only the start of the second half, but 38-7, and you're playing now to, as Coach Smith talked about, what he told his guys at halftime from Carrington is, let's go win this half. But you want to keep winning each play. You want to keep getting better.
Wide receiver screen out to the left side, and it's caught and brought down quickly after a 5-yard gain. Grady Shipman, the receiver that time, his third catch of the night.
And Thompson on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley to bring up the 2nd down and 10. As I was saying, go win every play, win most of the plays, majority of the plays, keep getting better, keep hustling, work on technique, and just do everything that you're being taught about the game, and make sure you're seen on film too, because even if you're not a regular, earn some playing time in these type of situations.
Wing back I formation to the right side. They will give it off here up the gut on the inside handoff.
Nowhere to go. Hebel was there along with Cazette, Baszler, a number of Burrow guys defensively. Kovar on the carry.
Fun.
He's the inside guy and takes that pitch. Don't always see that, do you?
There are some interesting formations, some stuff you don't typically see a lot, and how they line up or some of the misdirection that they run.
Yeah, and if you're not paying attention, you're going to be watching the Cardinals go, but Hillsboro-Central Valley's defense is really paying attention tonight.
A couple times where I've been paying attention, I've still been wondering where it's going. They'll motion a man out, back to pass, a lot of pressure in the face, set up a screen, come up, complete it by one ankle tackle, a little push from the
Look
teammate.
at that.
Everyone
Wow.
pile on the back and get it across for the first down.
That went from disaster to first down. Hattlestead came with pressure. Quarterback found the back, and the back got through one would-be tackler and carried people with. Fortman comes in defensively. Leal comes out, and a first down for Carrington. And that's something from the Carrington side that you build upon. You build upon the effort. You play the game hard. You do things that are positive.
Kovar couldn't get the yardage on the ground, so he'll take it through the air. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Inside handoff again, and it will be no gain. James Fortman there to stop him.
Yeah, Fortman, nice tackle there. And Clifton on the carry for Carrington. Very short gain on the play. Clock runs here, third quarter, still at our halftime score of 38-7.
Just looking at a...
Kovar back in, and going out was Corbin.
Another score update for you here. Region 1, Lisbon leading EEK at half, 30-0.
Timeout on the field here.
In that one. Timeout here, 8:39 to go in this third quarter. 38-7, Hillsboro-Central Valley leads over Carrington on yourliveevent.com.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
38-7, Hillsboro-Central Valley with the lead in this second half. So we welcome you back into this third quarter. Carrington Cardinal football, 2nd and 9 out of the timeout. They will be under center, close in tight, movement up front, a lot of movement both sides of the line. We'll see who this is going to be on.
Christensen got started too soon for Carrington. There was a little bit of a twitch on the Hillsboro side, but they stayed on their side. And so the Cardinals, what is that, their 4th penalty of the game?
5th penalty, totaling 30 yards.
Burrows have not had one, have they?
They've had one.
One.
Yep. They jumped off on that one.
Oh,
early.
sure. Thanks for correcting me, Jake. I appreciate that.
Anytime. Under center, Bickett hands off to Winiger, going to left side, off tackle, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, plus a yard, picking up 6 on the play.
Dryberg is over in the area, and Hebel again. So Hebel has had a big night tackles, and he's found the end zone through a 1-yard rush and through a defensive interception return, and also with a long pass play.
And continue to make the routine plays as well, not just the splash plays out there for this defense as well. That middle linebacker coming in tied for the team lead with the tackles. Switching the formation, flipping guys around, trying to get lined up in the shotgun set. Bickett will take the snap, being back to pass. Hadelson with a big swim move off the edge, and it is complete over the middle to the left side, down the left sideline, across the 50, into Burrow territory, down to the 45-yard line. Corbin Clifton with a little shifty move as, again, Bickett, he's got a rifle in there into some small windows.
Yeah, a shifty move, and then he also put a big hit on the defensive back to get the extra 5 yards.
Doing math in my head here, trying to add up 23 yards on the play. Puts Bickett now at 109 passing total yards. Clifton 3 catches for 37 yards in the game. Tight formation, wing back, split backs. They hand off right side on the tailback around the edge. It's Winiger, and he will start, trying to find room. He gets up to the outside, though, up to the 41-yard line, picking up 4 yards.
Mitzel's over here along with Dryberg, Landon Olson.
Again, we've seen the Cardinals move the ball at times here today, but the turnovers and a couple times some penalties hurting them in that, trying to finish off drives.
Yeah, that on their side, and then also, the Hillsboro-Central Valley Borough defense also has made some plays. They have bent, but other than the one drive, they really have not broken. So it's been a combination of things out here tonight.
2 on the play clock. They just get the snap off. Pitch out to Winiger, left side, around the edge, and the Burrows string it out. No gain.
Yeah, big hit, big tackle over there. As I think that was Dryberg from the defensive end, and Caden Kazette came flying in the linebacker.
3rd down and 4.
Brings up a 3rd down for Carrington. So we'll sub in, sub out.
Because that really got off the he stayed behind, and he was clean, meaning nobody from Carrington got to the second level, and Cazette stayed clean and got there and made the play.
Bickett back to pass. In his face, gets the pass off here. Complete over the middle, about a yard short to the first down marker. Nope, they do mark it back. They give it to him.
Yeah, he got pushed back, but where he caught it before Hebo pushed him back was a first down.
For the Cardinals at the Borough 35.
That will be the 12th first down of the game.
You going to talk here this whole second half now, Harper, on the broadcast?
You handing off the microphone?
Should I hand the microphone off to you?
Cardinal football, first and 10.
Who brought this guy with you?
I formation.
Nobody,
handoff,
because I
Kovar.
drove. The rules are I drive there, you drive home.
And Kovar drives forward for 5-yard gain.
And Jack Matson says, right there, that's it. It's enough. Gain of 1.
Oh, they marked him back. Okay. Looked like he scampered forward then after he touched down. But, yeah, short gain.
No, nothing forward there. Matson said, done. Right here.
Second down and 9. Here's the give up the gut again on the quick hitter. Again, not much room.
Fortman, Matson, Hebel, Hillsboro-Central Valley is top on the carry. Hudson top.
So 3rd and 6 for Carrington. So 4 minutes left in this third quarter, an 8-minute drive. That has so far gone 34, 44, 52 yards. They're trying to keep it going, see if they can get a third down conversion. Quarterback option, Bickett will tuck it and keep it instead of pitching. He'll get inside the 30, pick up 2 yards on the option scramble.
Yep, Hattlestead and Landon Olson to tackle. There'll be a officials timeout as one of the Cardinal players shaken up, so we'll take a break here ourselves.
4th down, Cardinals when we come back. 3:30 left to go in this third quarter. 38-7 the score on your Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style doesn't get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
Good news, Christensen able to get up under his own power, get off the field.
Top has taken his position here on the right side of the line.
It's Cardinals, 3 receivers right side. Bickett being pressured in his face and just had to dump that off, get rid of it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and it's a turnover on downs.
Yep, because that came on the fire along with Hebel, and they got in clean and quick, and Bickett had nowhere to throw that as far as a teammate. So Burroughs will come out offensively with 3:10 to play in this third quarter. I don't know about you guys, but I've just been sitting here thinking, and I understand there's always and only 60 seconds in a minute, but the pace of this thing, it feels like I'm sitting there as a little kid on Christmas Eve just waiting for that clock to finally get to the right hour. It's been a slow moving hand.
Here's the motion Hebel. Here is the lead back, then hand off.
Oh, Hebel on the carry.
They motion Dryberg, and Hebel was the back there to take it, and he'll take it for 4 yards.
Carsonova, part of the tackle there for the Cardinals. Defensively, you see up front McCoy Beckley. Also there is Braden Cruz, 6'3", 275. Big fella in there.
So the Burros line up with Dryberg as kind of a wingback on the right side. Little motion in, handoff to Hebel, the lone back with 2 receivers in Longthorn and Mitzel to the left side. They again give to Hebel. Here's he's being featured in the single back set. He'll pick up another 4 yards. Bring up now a 3rd and short.
Top part of the tackle along with Shipman. Halfley comes in with the play from the sideline. Carsonova. And completing that front 4, as we had mentioned a couple of them earlier, Brock Jungles on the left end.
Here in the pistol set, Riley Olson, the quarterback.
Carrington adjusting their defensive lineman right over the center, Hattlestead, and Hattlestead called that out.
Running the pitch play out to the right side. Hebel will get the pitch. He'll try and dive forward as he's tripped up, and they will give him the first down. Picks up the yard he needed.
Yeah, got enough. Carrington
down, 40
getting off on that left side of their defense, fighting through some blocks, keeping that to a minimal gain, but enough for a first down. Mitzel now comes in for the Burros. Brandt is out.
Minute 20 to go in this third quarter. Mitzel will be the receiver. Right side of the formation, top of your screen. Longthorn comes down left side, I formation, Olsen under center. So he will turn, he'll hand off, trying to get it around the outside edge. Landon Olsen, wrapped up around the ankles by the defense, hopping and then falling forward for 2 yards.
And it's Cale Kovar with the tackle.
Second down and 7.
Olsen up over 100 yards today. Second time in 3 weeks that he's done that as the starting halfback. Also, second touchdown of the season here earlier today, that 80-yarder.
And he's not had that many carries. Of course, the long run, the majority of those yards tonight.
Just 7 for 117, but 80 will add to that total quickly. I formation, fake the fullback, give to the halfback. Olsen feeling his way up through traffic, gets it up to midfield, and that will be about a yard short of the first down marker. Just a short jog here to flip sides of the field as we come to the end of this third quarter. Hillsboro-Central Valley leading 38-7 over Carrington on your Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. We're back with the fourth quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsboro community. With the City of Hillsboro Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsboro is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsboro. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsboro-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsboro. Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Third down attempt for Hillsboro-Central Valley as we start the fourth quarter. 3rd and 1. Triple option. Olsen keeps it right side, gets stopped, and he comes back left side, scampers for the first down. Picking his way inside the 45, gain of 6 yards for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Yeah, and taking what they need, and that will bring the number ones out. We'll see the number 2 guys come in. We'll get out some names here. Is Brody Dickoff, a freshman lineman. McRitchie is out there. Fortman's out there. We're going to see number 1 Archer Kritzberger come in at quarterback. And staying out there is Dylan Mitzel and also Longthorn as a receiver. They get into their positions. You've got in the backfield the 42, that's Thompson. Get the rest of them here in a minute after this play.
Here's the snap, fumbled snap, and down on the ground. Everyone jumping onto it, and will stay Hillsboro-Central Valley football.
Ball is recovered by the
time is.
And now we see Bowden Allen come in. Mitzel comes out.
Second down and 10.
Play coming in from the sideline here with Case and Buckles. Going to get a couple of other linemen here. Get the center out and those 2 guards here. Matson's at left tackle.
Jack or John?
What's that?
Jack or John Matson?
Jack.
Jack, okay.
75.
There we go.
Richter's still there at right guard. So it's the underclassmen.
They'll hand off through, give it up here to Onus, and Tom Onus will get up here inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Gain of 5 for the junior.
Talking about these underclassmen and number 2 guys, of course we follow Hillsboro-Central Valley every week, just knowing their personnel a little bit more and spending more time with the coaches throughout the week, not just at game time. The JV for Hillsboro-Central Valley picked up a nice victory over Kindred here just yesterday.
Yeah, I heard it was kind of a wild victory.
Yeah, it was Kindred with an early lead, and then Hillsboro-Central Valley was able to find some things and put together a solid fourth quarter. And Kritzberger, the snap exchange here between center and quarterback is not what they want to see here right now.
No, as fumbled again, and it will bring out the first team punt unit now for Hillsboro-Central Valley on fourth down.
You had asked about if that was Jack or John Matson. They're both out there, by the way.
John's at that left guard, isn't he? Thought that's where I saw him. Anyway, James Fortman on to punt.
Ooh, doggy boy, you sure do have good eyes.
Thanks. Left-footed kick is off, and the line driver will bounce, take a big hop, and the Burros trying to pin him deep. The ball will go over the goal line for the touchback. So the punt, and it will be Carrington football at the 20.
10 from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'm just looking here to the sky. It's not quite a half moon tonight. Just a sliver of a sliver away.
Is that the...
But it is Coach Walsh's birthday.
It is. Happy birthday, Coach Walsh.
Yep.
Nice couple touchdowns for his offense there in that first half. Big plays. Nice present for you. Cardinals will come out. Get out here. Just double checking. Looks like they're one still on the field. With Bickett running the show at quarterback. 3 backs in the backfield. They will turn, give it off here off the left edge. Will be Winiger. He'll take it across the 30 up to the 32 for a 12-yard gain.
Tom Onus on the tackle. So Onus defensively is out there. So is 26. It's Ty. Ty Mueller, right?
Ty Mueller, yep.
Brant's there as a defensive end. Fortman as a tackle. We see at the corner Case and Buckholz. Ben Thompson, inside backer. McRitchie at a defensive end. Jack Matson, defensive tackle.
Wishbone set here. They'll give, and in the backfield, first man through on the inside handoff.
Jack Matson.
Corbin Clifton brought down by Matson for the loss of 2.
Second down and 11.
Again, a lot of different formations we've seen. Big playbook for that Carrington Cardinal offense.
Just looking over my shoulder here as the number 1 guys are back here checking on teammate Reeve Leiser, who had surgery at 7 a.m. this morning.
Out here on the sideline here, supporting his guys as the give is off the right side. And dragging the ball carrier and trying to get everyone down. Hudson Top will take it.
Halfley, a part of the tackle there for the Burros on defense.
Picking up 4 yards. Top, one of those guys, plays little offensive line, little fullback, some linebacker. Seen him on the defensive line or up there too. He's been all over here today.
Yeah, along with Halfley, Ty Mueller also in on that tackle.
3rd down for Carrington. 7 yards to go. We got movement. Burrows' defensive line jumped, then the offense moved, and they're going to call it on the offense. So it will be 6 penalty now.
Post-game show tonight, we'll be talking with coaches and players, and appreciate you staying with us here with YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks to our arrangements with the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Appreciate the cooperation there, and also with the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts, allowing us to be here every week. And this is the final scheduled home game in Hillsboro of this regular season.
As Bickett's back to pass, he looks down over the middle, and it is caught! Breaking free at the 40, down the sideline, and free into the end zone. Touchdown! 70 yards.
Beckley
gets it.
Yeah, as quarterback Bickett, well thrown. The defensive back, Bowden Allen, there in front of the receiver, leaped in the air and couldn't get his hands on it, and Beckley was able to keep his eyes on the football and secure it and turn upfield and go the rest of the way for a touchdown.
There, so again, the big play. I'm sure the Borough coaching staff defense doesn't like to see that, especially after last week when they allowed a lot of big plays. Here's the PAT, up and good for Paulson, and it will be 38-14. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads over Carrington on the Your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
70 yards through the air. Josh Bickett with his first passing touchdown of the season. He finds his receiver, McCoy Beckley, his first receiving touchdown of the year. 38-14, Hillsboro-Central Valley on top. Cardinals will kick off. It was 6:16 to go in this fourth quarter.
On the hash, Ty, on the hash. On the hash, Ty.
Next week, Hillsboro-Central Valley will be on the road at Grafton, who is 0-2 coming into their game today as they traveled short distance there to Park River area. Next week, Carrington will host Thompson in their next matchup against the Tommies. Tommies were leading for Harvey Wells County 22-14, an earlier check there at halftime. Here's the Cardinal kickoff, a little squibber and just falling on top of it. Burrows will take it that time, picked up by Wyatt Johnson to field it.
Dawson Lazure, number 60. So there's the last person, part of the offensive line here for Hillsboro-Central Valley that we didn't get the name out earlier. Tyson Leshik, 15 is out here. Also 21, Keithan Davis.
Here's the get it. Burrows up with their second string there. It is being run here by Lushik as Tyson Lushik in at quarterback. He runs the option, doesn't see anything, dips inside for a 1-yard gain.
And for the Cardinals, Dylan Bachmeyer. Carrington has some really big young athletes. 235, 275, 225, 235, 202, 215, 250.
Yeah, some size.
260.
Some young size.
Yeah.
High formation, receivers each way. Lushik under center, turns, hands off. Second man through, tailback carries it up there to the 44-yard line.
I don't know how many of those guys wrestle for Carrington, but they could have 7 guys in the heavyweight division. I mean, they could have half of a lineup just,
Yeah, I'm trying to look through some names there. Some of them.
Welcome to the Heavyweight Royal Rumble.
It might be. No steel chairs, though. Third down for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Under 5 to go in this fourth quarter. Lushik with twin receivers to the right side. I form, he hands it off. And left side being hit, keeping the feet moving. Gets
Mueller.
Up. Mueller will be just short of the first down marker.
Yeah, just by inches. Oh, my. 2 or 3 inches. Leshik, the young freshman quarterback, he looks pretty comfortable out here right now. After just 3-4 snaps, we have an injury player shaken up, but we'll take a break.
We'll be back here with your fourth quarter on yourliveevent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Fourth down for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Lushik will be under center. Here underneath the Friday night lights. Tyson Lushik lines him up, calls it out. He takes the quarterback sneak, picks up the first down. Gain there for Lushik to move the chains forward and keep the clock rolling here for Hillsboro-Central Valley in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and confidence boost for the young lineman that, hey, we needed that. We got it, and we had a push. Carrington defensively stayed right there, but just a little bit of an extra push from the Burrow side. Able to get the extra inch or two and get a first down. Maverick Zink, part of the tackle there for the Cardinals.
1st and 10, under center, run the option. Lushik then is forced to tuck back inside, and then he will get
the ball come loose.
Ball pops loose. Possibly it does, and Cardinals will take over.
Yeah, Jungles, I'm not sure if he recovered it, but he certainly was a part of knocking it out of there. Colin Garber also on the part of the play for Carrington defensively.
So a 3:38 left in this fourth quarter.
Chase Halfley comes in. Onus out. Wyatt Johnson comes in, also part of the Burrow defense. So now we're going to see hustling on Jaron Reed, a freshman.
He'll be on that defensive line as the Cardinals send receivers each way, I formation. Here under center will be new quarterback Tate Wolski, who hands off, and a 2-yard gain, and see, that is Zink, number 25, McCade Zink with the carry.
Allen comes out. Harley Hudson comes in for the Burrows. Clock running, just over 3 minutes to go in this game tonight. So Hillsboro-Central Valley is going to improve to 2-1. Carrington will slip to 0-3.
Wolski under center, I formation behind him. Runs the option. He'll pitch out to Zink on the right edge. Looks to get around the corner. He crosses here the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
Carson Cassette forces him out of bounds. Dawson Lazur, Brody Dickoff come in. Fortman comes out. Jack Matson comes out for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
And a lot of the underclassmen getting a chance to get in here tonight.
Yeah, they've had a lot of reps. You know, they played yesterday in the JV game. More reps here tonight.
Oh, you'll never.
Of course, you can max out at 6 quarters is it. So
here, back to pass. Wolski looks right side, down the sideline, and it is incomplete.
Showed a lot of arm strength there. Davis was part of the coverage. Cassette comes out, and Sawyer Owens comes in. And now we see
Smallback coming in as well.
Yep.
Be fourth down for Carrington. 2:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. Wolski will come out in the pistol set. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. He'll be back to pass, looking to his right side. Down the right sideline it is. The sideline, was that held on to?
No, it was, but he was out of bounds.
So incomplete
Yeah,
pass.
he caught that out of bounds. The receiver did a really good job, though, of turning and looking back for that ball, just that he was out of bounds by a step.
So the turnover on downs brings it back over to Hillsboro-Central Valley's offense with 2:43 to go, and we'll try and do what they can to. What you always want to do is see if you can run out the clock. Ended up with that kneel down. Everyone likes that victory formation.
Logan Woodman, a receiver, also Elijah Smallback, a receiver.
Here is
there's some personnel that they'll be getting in and talking about things here on the sideline.
Of course, the most important stat of the night, Kiwanis Club's 100 pounds of fries tonight. They ran out by halftime.
Wow, good job.
There's Lushik runs the pitch play out to the right side. Give it here across the 50.
I want you to know,
Time
Big Jake, Onus on the carry. Chase Ova and Rower on the tackle for Carrington. You know, Big Jake, that Kiwanis with those fresh cut French fries, the popcorn, the brats, sauerkraut, all of that good stuff. Jack came to Burke earlier today and said, you know, here's some popcorn. Then you better taste test these fresh cut fries. It all passed the test, I want you to know.
Glad that they have quality control standards. Yeah. Here's the option play for Lushik. He'll
I think
get it
it's
up to
Kritzberger.
the 44. Kritzberger back in?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, it is. All right. So Kritzberger will carry it forward.
Yeah, the Kiwanis serves the concessions out here at all these home football games, junior high and JV as well.
Minute 40 left to go in this fourth quarter.
Got to say hi to the people at the Vets Club as well. They'd be disappointed if Burke didn't mention them. They're all watching on yourliveevent.com.
Onus, the deep back in the formation. Turn handoff goes to him. He'll get up to the 40 where he's piled on and brought down. 4-yard gain for Tom Onus. Ben Thompson in at the fullback position for the Burrows offense.
See Ethan Roller defensively in on some plays here down the stretch for the Cardinals. Maverick Zink. Wyatt Kolakowski.
And the next week, join us for coverage with yourliveevent.com. The Burrows at Grafton. We'll have that for you.
I think you've spent, 3 nights in Hillsboro this week?
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Here's the give to Ben Thompson up the gut on the fullback carry. He'll take it for 3 yards. And we'll see here, that should be the last play of the game for the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burrows as they bounce back into the win column, pick up the 38-14 victory over the Carrington Cardinals. Cardinals drop to 0-3, Burrows at 2-1. With the 38-14 final score on the Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard. Stay tuned, our post-game report comes up next.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burrows want you to visit hillsboroK12.com or centralvalleynd.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day too. The school websites in Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, contact info. It's all on the school website for the Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
Final score tonight, Hillsboro-Central Valley with a 38-14 victory over Carrington. Final on your Tim Cassette Seeds Hill scoreboard. Let's look at our game summary in this one. Both teams a little bit of a stalemate to start the early game with 3 and outs on their first possessions, a punt, and then a missed field goal by Carrington with 1:54 left to go in the first quarter. And then the Burros put their offense into gear. It was a Landon Olson one-play drive, an 80-yard touchdown run, and that would give the Burros the 7-0 lead after the Michael Longthorne PAT. Next Cardinal drive, it's an interception by Cole Hebel. He returns it to the end zone, 14-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley is on top. It would be a Carrington punt, and then another one-play drive for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Riley Olson hits Cole Hebel up the middle on the fullback seam route. 47 yards to the end zone, 21-0. 10:23 left to go in the second quarter. Riley Olson would tack on an 11-yard touchdown run. Cole Hebel a 1-yard touchdown run, and a Michael Longthorne 29-yard field goal in that first half. Meanwhile, the Cardinals got in the end zone with a Hudson Top 4-yard touchdown run, and it was 38-7 at halftime. Second half there, as a lot of team just kind of run the ball control, eat up some clock. It would be a big play, though, in the fourth quarter as Josh Bickett would hit his receiver McCoy Beckley for 70 yards all the way to the end zone, breaks it free for the 70-yard touchdown. The PAT is good from Jack Paulson, and the 38-14 score, which would stay your final here with Hillsboro-Central Valley picking up the win, now going to 2-1. Carrington falls to 0-3. We'll be going down to the field here shortly for some of our players of the game. As if they're all ready, we'll get going right away here down there with Jim Berkmar.
Yeah, thanks, Big Jake. We're on the post-game report here after the Burros victory, 38-14. Peter Dryberg with us. Good to see you back on the field. I'm sure you were excited to be back on the field.
Yeah, I was. Last week was not fun, but
I heard it from you many times last week, so it's good to see you shaking the head on the field tonight. Talk about this game as a team, of how it started, maybe a bit slow or whatever, but just talk about it.
Yeah, we started slow. Couldn't get anything going on offense. Defense didn't really do anything either. And then on offense, Landon had that big touchdown run. And then Cole right after that had a pick six. So that's huge shift in momentum. And then after that, first half, we just dominated pretty much.
You guys really put together a lot of big plays. Talk about how that maybe just helps this team grow just from the energy level and understanding, what it takes to make plays.
Yeah, we definitely had big plays. Yeah, and then we need more energy though from the start, right? We can't rely on big plays because against Kindred, you're not going to have big plays. You have to grind every single play. So you just got to work. We got to bring it next week. Grafton, I know their schedule isn't that good, but the record, but we got to bring it next week. We got to work even harder because our goal isn't to beat Grafton. Our goal's bigger than that, so we got to bring it and work.
How about for you, defensive end? I think that's maybe your first time there.
Yeah, I definitely right away. I didn't really understand what I was doing. Their big play in the first half on that counter. That was my bad because I completely misread it, and that's my bad, not my teammates. But I'll learn from it and get better next week.
You got a strip sack. How good did that feel?
Yeah, it actually felt pretty good because going into this game, I was like, I want 5 sacks, and then I didn't get 5 sacks. So the quarterback was definitely a little bit better than that, but it's all right.
All right, hey, good to chat with you. Congrats on the win. Good luck down the road. If you want, make your way over to that black duffel bag. There's a T-shirt in there for you. All right, thank you. Cole Hebel here with us. Well, 2-4 tonight. Big night statistically, a big night for the Burros to a little bit more of Burro football from the standpoint of big plays, takeaways, and getting the job done.
Yeah, definitely. Last week, obviously, we couldn't really get much going, and then this week kind of saved ourselves with those big plays and Landon's run. Had a couple catches, and then interceptions, Riley and me, and turnovers. Those are our first turnovers of the year, so that's really big. So, yeah, we just kind of came in more to compete. We could start out slow, but that's how you finish, I guess.
Talk about after that first series, didn't get the first down and you had to go on defense, and just how it was played out, as you mentioned, a little bit slow. But Landon's touchdown there, and how hard he ran, and you and others throwing some blocks as well. Just talk about how that maybe ignited you guys.
Yeah, we definitely need to show a little more grit in that first drive. We couldn't quite pull out the first down, and then we got to come back right away and stop them. But they kind of started shoving the ball down our throat a little bit. I'll give it to them. But we bend, but we don't break. I mean, that's all it is. And then we get that big play, get some momentum going for us, and that's it.
A big play among them was your pick six. Talk about that.
Yeah, all week we've been focusing on those two crossing routes, so we just got to kind of stay home. I was really anticipating just staying on my side, and the ball came right to me, and had some blockers up front, and really thankful for Easton Baszler for giving me that block.
I was going to ask you about that. The big fella was downfield working his tail off and getting after it. Seriously, and that was great to see you, but yeah, it was a huge block.
Yeah, it was really big. Definitely showed that he wants to play. He has that grit to go downfield and make a block 20 yards downfield, and he has no idea where I am. I could be tackled, and he's blocking. That's awesome.
For you, out of the backfield, some big receptions tonight. That one, you were so wide open. I don't know if you said this, but I told the listeners, oh, man, he was so wide open. It's like maybe don't drop this. Oh, a little bit of a juggle, but you secured it all the way, no doubt, right?
Yeah, you could say that. He was with my thigh a little bit, but practice, Riley never missed those throws. As a fullback, not really catching much throws over my shoulder. I'll give that excuse, but yeah, I was pretty scary. The ball was up there for a long time and just happened to drop in and almost got through, but it worked out.
Well, you got through to the end zone. It was a heck of a throw by Riley and a good route by you. You guys had some open receivers tonight.
Yeah, Coach O and all the other coaches writ up a lot of good plays this week. I mean, had a couple for me and then lots of routes and then a bunch of running plays, but they worked, and that's what we need to do is just write up new plays for each team, and that's really what we did.
Cool. Congrats on the win. Help yourself to a T-shirt, that black duffel bag over there. Hopefully there's a size that fits you, and good luck to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enbridge Energy here tonight. Cole Hebel, Peter Dryberg. Don't forget about Easton Baszler with some blocks, and, of course, Landon Olson with a big run. And also this guy, Dylan Foss, with us as well. Enbridge Energy players of the game here tonight. Dylan, congrats on the win. Just talk about this game and how it went from the start.
I mean, we got off to a slow start, obviously, and we kind of picked it up in the second half of the first quarter, and things kind of just went uphill from there. After halftime, left a little bit to be desired, but all in all, pretty good game.
Yeah, second half, I'm not nitpicking on it or saying anything negative, but it was kind of a vanilla second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, didn't really have to do a whole lot, but we wanted to do a little bit more than we did, I guess.
Okay, talk about the line play tonight. I know that you guys, wanted to come out and put together a better effort and performance in week 3. Just talk about what you guys worked on this week in practice and how you executed out here tonight.
Well, seeing a 5-man line for the first time, we looked at that a lot, played against that a lot. Other than that, we just worked technique and doing everything the right way on the right plays.
Do you feel that you guys did a good job technique and fundamentally and also communicating up front?
Communication was better than the last 2 games, and things have been going uphill technique-wise, but there's still a lot of room to improve.
Yeah, so you guys are a work in progress, so to speak, but taking a step forward. How excited are you about that fact of knowing that you and your teammates, have a lot of improvement to do, and you got a ways to go, but you're making strides?
It's a fun thing to be a part of. I'm looking forward to it, and I really want to see how good we can be towards the end of the year.
Hey, Dylan Foss, thanks so much. Good work tonight. Help yourself to a T-shirt. They're doing that black duffel bag over there, and good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome, Dylan Foss, 58 for the Burros here tonight as we talk with three players on the field here this evening. Burros get the victory, 38-14. We're going to keep it right here as this is the post-game report, yourliveevent.com. Hillsboro-Central Valley getting the victory here this evening in Week 3 as the Burros improved to 2-1, 38-14 winners over Carrington. Head coach Scott Olson joins us. Coach, congrats on the win. Exciting first half. You played through the second half, and you'll take the W.
Yeah, no, we just get that good. They drove the field on us to start the second half, and we bowed our necks, and we were able to make the stop. And then by then it was already end of the third quarter and going into the fourth. We get the young guys in there and make some plays, and but a slow start that Landon run sparked us, and it was downhill from there.
Landon's run, obviously the big spark as you've alluded to. Also, though, I thought that Landon had some additional runs tonight that he was running hard and maybe harder. I'm not picking on the guy, but I thought he really came out with more of a hard running purpose tonight.
Yeah, and he did, and then to help with their whole line was doing a really good job blocking. I thought their execution was at a high level tonight and better than last week, and we got to continue getting better at that.
I talked with Dylan Foss about that. He mentioned improving. He thought their communication was better tonight. What else did you see out of those guys up front that you said, hey, okay, making a step forward?
Yeah, no, just like Dylan said, the communication, because they're five man, they're tilted, they're shifting, and you got to be able to talk, and in our double team work and our backside stuff, and yeah, you combo that with Dylan running hard, and then we didn't have many chances to run the ball, so we had some big plays in the passing game as well, but overall, I think that we went in the right direction.
The passing game, 2 weeks in a row, you've been moving the ball some through the air, but tonight, plays you drew up certainly worked.
Yeah, no, it just an install of those two different plays that we had, and if they have 8 in the box and safety over top of our tight end, that gives us a chance to get leak Cole out there in the middle of the field, and then the next play is just a bunch of crossing routes that we call mesh, and Riley's reading that outside linebacker. If he goes with Cole, he's got Peter. If he doesn't go with Peter, he's got Cole.
Defensively, your thoughts?
I thought overall our tackling could have been better. They're tough runners though. Not taking anything away from them. They run hard, and but our aiming point of our shoulder pads when we're hitting them too high, and just technical stuff that we got to get better at. But overall, our D line was disruptive. Moved Peter to D end, and I think that solidifies our defense there on that side. And if you have Cole and Caleb or Peter and Caleb on each side of the line, hopefully that can secure us and force things inside, and where we can group tackle.
Yeah, I thought tonight there were some plays out there where your linebackers were free and clean to be able to make a play.
Yeah, they have to be, and they have to do. They did sometimes they did all right, and other times they missed tackles, but that's part of the game. And if we want to be elite, we got to make those tackles.
Was the assignment though by every individual just a little bit better tonight defensively, which allowed for some stronger team defense?
I'm sure, but we also changed coverage throughout the game, and we hadn't really talked about that during the week, so it's kind of on the fly, but things we've gone over before, but we didn't stuff that we didn't prep this week. But that's kind of exciting that they were able to adjust to that, and our communication was really good from field to sideline. I thought that we did a way better job of Cole being a leader out there and Riley being a leader out there and telling us what they see and how they're lining up and how we need to adjust to it.
Exciting. You mentioned Cole, Riley. They were part of a couple of takeaways tonight. How excited were you the fact that you get one back to the house for that defense +1 now, Coach, but also the fact that just winning the takeaway battle?
Yeah, no, we needed to. We hadn't forced any turnovers all year, and if we want to be successful, you got to force turnovers. And I think we kind of gave a couple away at the end there by the younger guys, but I think we probably were plus more than minus on that. And but exciting to see Cole pick that off, go 6, and Easton with a great block downfield, hustled, and then Riley jumped that one into half, and then we were able to get a field goal out of Micah, a really good field goal kick. Yeah, that was a great field goal kick. Special teams played pretty well this year. Yeah, I thought so, and our kickoff got better as the game went on. And we had a couple punts there. James is averaging over 35 yards a punt, and that's really good for a first year punter with us. And overall, it's just an exciting team win. Grafton next week. Your thoughts on the spoilers? Yeah, it's right now. It's what we're going to do. It's how are we going to get better? How are we going to own our mistakes and push on to the next week? Coach Olson, congrats on the win. Appreciate the time as always, along with the conversation. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Head coach Scott Olson for the Burros, Hillsboro-Central Valley. They get the victory over Carrington 38-14 with YourLiveEvent.com. The post-game report continues in just a moment.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro-Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. Go Burros!
Welcome back to your post-game report here on YourLiveEvent.com. Hillsboro-Central Valley with the 38-14 final score victory, moved to 2-1 on the year. Carrington Cardinals fall to 0-3. Real quick, just ran through some of our post-game awards, but our RDK precision play in the game, going with the Peter Dryberg strip stack in the first half. First game playing a defensive end. He comes around the left edge of the offensive line, and that blind side there makes, well, that's where you got to do. And perfect strip form on that to get the turnover for his defense, as that is your RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. We also mentioned our Enbridge Energy player of the game was Cole Hebel with the interception return for a touchdown receiving, touchdown passing, and getting some energy going there, leading the team too. He was the Enbridge Energy player of the game. So let's also talk our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection in this one. And the connection that we will go with will be the 29-yard field goal by Micah Longthorne, as he connected there right at the end of the half. Got helped out by a 5-yard penalty right before it, but still had what he needed to kick it through the uprights as clock expired, made it a 38-7 halftime score. Longthorne, though, also 5 of 5 on PAT, so connecting there at the kicking game there. Those extra points, those are key when you want to put points on the board, especially you get down late in the season, playoff time, all those points matter. So when you can be good with them, you can connect and you can be reliable, and you can discover local reliability you can trust with Halstead Telephone Company online, halsteadtel.com. That will bring us to our final stats here today, starting with the Carrington Cardinals. Individually rushing the ball, Logan Winiger with 12 carries for 49 yards. Josh Bickett had 5 carries for 10 yards. McCade Zink had 2 carries for 7 yards. Cale Kovar, 10 carries, 12 yards. Corbin Clifton had 1 carry for -2 yards. Ryder Bickett, 2 carries for 25 yards. It was Hudson Schmitz with 1 carry for 7 yards. And it was Hudson Top with 2 carries for 8 yards in that game. Total of 35 carries, 116 yards on the ground in the game for Carrington. Receiving-wise, individually, Grady Shipman had 3 catches for 24 yards. Hudson Schmitz with 3 catches for 20 yards. Cale Kovar, 2 catches, 21 yards. Corbin Clifton, 4 catches, 50 yards. And McCoy Beckley with 3 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown in the game. Josh Bickett was 15 of 27 passing for 192 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. And it was Tate Wolski, 0 of 2 passing. So 192 through the air, 116 on the ground. That's 308 yards total offense in the game for Carrington. They had 3 turnovers in the game as well. Also 6 penalties and 13 first downs in the game. They are now 0-3. They will be at home next week taking on the Thompson Tommies. For Hillsboro-Central Valley, it was individually running the ball. Landon Olson, 8 carries, 124 yards and a touchdown. Riley Olson, 3 carries, 23 yards and a touchdown. Ben Thompson had 1 carry for 3 yards. Cole Hebel had 5 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. It was Archer Kritzberg with 1 carry for 5 yards. Tom Onis with 4 carries, 18 yards. Ty Mueller with 1 carry for 4 yards. And it was 2 team carries for a total of -2 yards, and Tyson Lushik with 3 carries for 7 yards. Total of 28 carries, 198 yards on the ground for the Borough offense. Receiving, it was Cole Hebel, 2 catches totaling 111 yards and a touchdown. And Riley Olson was 2 of 3 passing for 111 yards and a touchdown in the game. 198 on the ground, 111 through the air, 309 yards total offense in the game. 2 turnovers by the Burros in this one. They had 1 penalty and 7 first downs in the game. Michael Longthorne was 5 of 5 for point after attempt kicks. He also had a 29-yard field goal. Should also mention that for Carrington, there was Jack Paulson going 2 for 2 on PATs. He did miss a field goal kick early in that first quarter as well. Defensively for Hillsboro-Central Valley, it was Peter Dryberg with a sack and a forced fumble. Caleb Hattlestead had a fumble recovery. Cole Hebel with an interception, and Riley Olson with an interception as well. Hebel returned his for a touchdown. That will do it for your final stats here today. Hillsboro-Central Valley with the 38-14 victory. Burros, as mentioned, now 2-1. They're on the road at Grafton next week and their next time out. We thank you for joining us for our football broadcast here this evening. We also say thank you to the sponsors that you've seen throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. They're the one that allow us to be here with our coverage. Thanks to Athletic Director Dave Nelson in the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools for the accommodations and connectivity here at the field to bring you this broadcast, as well as for my broadcast partner Jim Berkmeyer, camera operator Mac Robinson, executive producer Mark Forseth, and technical engineer Brandon Mickelson, myself, Jake Berkmeyer. Thanks again for joining us here today. Hillsboro-Central Valley with the victory, 38-14 over Carrington, your final score. Thanks for watching on YourLiveEvent.com.